Twitter picture here?
I have
my
one
gosh,
ready to go.
nobody
I'm just
tweeted
waiting
as
for the
well.
live link.
And we are live.
Super.
Hello,
Look at you.
world.
Oh wait, we are live.
Oh, hi.
Hello. And
Hello.
we're live.
Hello.
And we are
Can everybody hear us?
All 0 viewers.
Everybody hear us.
all 0 views. Yeah,
Well,
And look, I
Someone
got
did
the
it.
notification.
Everybody that's
Way to
watching
go,
this
YouTube.
after
Oh,
the fact.
yeah, YouTube is not good at giving
Yeah,
live
tweet those
notifications.
No, they're not, but I
Oh
actually
my
got
god,
one.
that thumbnail though. That thumbnail. I can't.
Refresh.
I can't.
Oh, yes. So to explain what we are doing while everyone Twitter, we are playing a game called The Quiet Year, which is a world building game. Yeah, The Quiet Year. Shh. Which,
Appropriate.
yeah. So I've only played one world building game, but it is now my favorite genre of games, and there needs to be more of them. Hello, guys. Thanks for showing up. So what this game is that we are in, that there is a society that has just, we live in a society, and it's between like 30 and like 80 people. We can decide how many people there are. And so this small community has just survived an apocalypse. And so the world is pretty turbulent.
Tracking so far. I feel
Yeah.
this.
Okay. And so this is a quiet year between one apocalypse and the next.
Oh. This is like hitting a little too close to home.
They name these
So much fun.
these things, but they don't describe what they are because it's up to us to figure out what they are. Oh, hi, Mary. She says that she's heard good things about this game.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
What's up, Trevor? What's
I'm
up,
glad.
Jane?
Yeah. Hey,
And
Trevor.
Mary. Trevor,
The
thanks
old
for
hand.
confirming that you can, in fact, hear us.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. No, I just gotta check.
I want to spread the gospel of world building games so that there's more of them.
That
Yeah, so how does the
sounds
world building game
wonderful.
work
Yes,
exactly?
please.
Yes.
It sounds like something I would probably enjoy. So
Well, we
Yeah.
will test this empirically. So, how it works is first we'll start off by choosing what our environment is going to be. Like, what is the setting, just in broad strokes. And then after we do that, we will pull cards from this deck. Oh, just this deck. It's occasionally turning into space. And what card you pull will result in you getting a question. I'm holding things up and they just keep disappearing. But yeah,
that aggressive chroma keying.
yeah, so aggressive. Yeah, and so the questions will be things like someone returns to the community. Who, where were they? Or like a spring question. So we go through the suits as we pull cards. And so it starts off with with spring being like more world buildy questions. But then by the time you get to winter, then it's more like something bad happened. And so after you get a card and you answer one of these questions, you have one of 3 actions that you can do. And this is the part that people always forget when they're playing, but there's only 3 things, which is discover something new. So you can just say that, hey, you discover something new, and you draw it on the map. That's the first thing.
Right.
2 is you can hold a discussion, which is just like you can either start off with a question or with a statement. So if you start off with a statement, you could be like, the old folks in this community feel like there needs to be more heated blankets or something like that. And then like we go around having a discussion and people will say like what other people in the community think about those things. And as we're doing this game, you can like talk about a faction or you can talk about like an individual person within that community, like what they think. But we're not playing singular people. We, all of us, are playing the community.
Community. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can think of it kind of like a God perspective game, like a Sims of sorts.
Hence the thumbnail.
Yes. The final thing you can do, and might be the most important, this is the most mechanical thing, is start a project. So when you start a project, you draw something on the map that this community wants to work on, like building a library or figuring out how to read the old lost language or something. And then we decide how many weeks that takes, which can be between 1 and 6 weeks.
Okay. And are we working towards a particular goal, like surviving a thing, or are we just kind of just winging it?
Having fun with it.
You can be a god of creation or a god of destruction.
Okay. All right.
God of chaos.
This is miserable for our little people as
Solid.
possible.
Cool.
I feel like one of us is probably going to be chaotic and the other one's probably going to end up being like, no.
Let's build a library. Let's build a strip club. No in between.
These are your two options.
Question: Are we still in
combination.
Desert Nights?
Yeah,
great
you
way of
can,
playing it.
you can go to
Okay.
Desert Nights, and I will
Okay.
bring you to an empty sheet.
Okay. Okay. Super.
And I will call this the Quiet Year.
The quiet year.
Oh hi you, oh hi me.
Hi, Jade.
Oh, hi me, oh, hi
Cool.
you.
Hey, what's up,
Making
John?
An
Good to see you.
Instagram
Thanks for being here.
story because I realized that I don't
That's what
really
you
have
wrote.
a lot of people. That's what that was for.
I figured you were doing something.
Because I don't really have a lot of people on Twitter that follow me, but on Instagram, anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, did you say you're
Mhm.
sharing this on Insta so that we get some more
Yeah.
new people coming in? Is that the idea?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm terrible at Instagram.
Oh,
I
guys,
don't
watch out for
understand
the
it.
weirdos.
I don't
I'm an old lady.
yeah.
I have one, but I'm
Oh,
like,
thanks, Jade.
how am Instagram?
More.
Really?
Literally not
Yeah.
even on Instagram.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know why.
And I have brands reaching out being like, hey, would you like to promote with us on Instagram? And like, or if like, if I do this sponsored thing, they want a sponsored post on Instagram. I'm like, I don't do Instagram.
I have one. I'm sorry.
One day it's probably inevitable. I'll have to make one, but
What am Instagram? Well, it's
I just
inevitable.
don't have enough pictures of things in my life to make it work.
I know. Then you feel like you always have to like take pictures
I
of
don't.
everything.
I never take
or, like,
selfies. I don't. Like, I post screenshots of games very occasionally.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that I ever have pictures of is like my characters. And like,
Same,
here's a selfie in front of a green screen. Here's another selfie in front of a green
Yeah, but
screen.
your characters
Here's
always
another
look awesome.
selfie in the bathroom. Here's another. Well, thank you. That's nice of you.
Yeah, all my selfies are in the bathroom. And
Yeah,
people know it.
but my bathroom, like, I have a shelf right behind, and it's always messy. So
My bathroom. Is
then I'm like, okay,
disgusting.
position
Not
so
that it's
that like
ugly.
position that
Oh,
you can
yeah,
see
so
my
they can't see
makeup
the counter?
brushes and not like anything else.
100%.
Yeah, I know.
Our bathroom is like straight out of the 70s. It's not been like
Oh,
renovated since then, I don't think. Our like shower bath thing is like a weird like harvest gold thing, and it's like kind of enclosed like a cave, like has kind of a rounded entry. It's really weird. Yeah, it's like we call it the bath cave because it's very enclosed. And like everything is like harvest gold sponge print on the walls paint. It's pretty bad.
I know I can post a link.
Pretty bad.
Okay, so in the top left, I wrote down the actions that you guys can take.
The things that we can do. Oh, don't
Oh,
zoom to
I see, I see.
250%.
Difficult for myself.
Actions. Discover something new. Hold a discussion. Start a project. We could do this like collaboratively with the audience too. We can take input from you guys.
Totally.
It's true. We totally
Totes.
could.
know, that
Okay, the
Aaron
audience
happened
is going to be
Monday.
chaotic then, and it's going to be great.
Jade, isn't that thumbnail special?
I love the thumbnail.
I have nothing to do with that. That was
Hell
all
So
yeah.
cool.
perfect. I love the
Yeti.
thumbnail.
Hey, what's up, Yeti? And Zoe. Hey guys, thanks all for being here. This is going to be an interesting one. None of us have ever
Yeah.
played this before, so. Well, I
That
don't know,
sounds
Kyle.
like fun.
Yeah.
I finally did it. Now remind me to delete it before when we're done so that people aren't reading it and going like,
Coming here.
Where's
after
the new
fact.
game?
Where is it?
Totally.
Nick
See,
looks like a god, as he should. As he should.
As he is.
Can I
As
pose?
he is. There you go.
I think that's our favorite film.
Perfect.
It's pretty good. The Kids on Brooms one was pretty good as well.
Yeah, that one was pretty
Same
cool.
technique, except I spent more time on it.
Slightly more time on it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, probably like 5 more minutes getting the hairlines all right.
I say you did a
Cutting
pretty
out the-
decent job of cutting out my beard for this one. That worked all right. That worked all right.
Well, it's difficult because you have, what is that, mahogany behind you and a mahogany beard?
Yeah, the funny thing is my
Mahogany.
beard's not actually that dark, but it's just like the camera and like how close. If I move closer, you can see it's kind of more blondy brown. I guess it's brown. Yeah. It's just the way the lighting works out. I think it also is shadowed slightly by my microphones here because my lights are like.
Okay, put down the
Jade asked a wonderful question. What would you be the god of?
If I had to pick one thing,
Keyboards.
I'm already a
Is
god
there a
of
god
keyboards,
of
please.
Yes, you are.
I
Yes,
need to
you
think
are.
bigger. God of video games, is that an option? Just all video games.
Yeah,
Get to decide. what
My
happens.
choice feels rather like boring, but I'd say cats because
Cats.
Hell yeah.
sometimes
But-
I feel like I control them because they follow me everywhere, and then I'm like, you know, because they say like, oh, cats aren't like dogs.
Oh.
They don't pay attention or listen to you. But I'll be like,
Cats
Jessica,
are
come here,
like
and she'll
dogs.
come, and like when she's called, and I just,
Oh yeah.
I swear,
So you want to be maybe the god of herding cats?
hurting cats.
Herding
Yeah.
kids.
If the
It's
god
like
of
herding
cats
cats.
is just like, you know,
Colony.
taken, then the god of hurting cats maybe, yeah.
As long as you also get to like, sprawl across things and like
God of
knock things over.
cuddle.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
like staring at things. Yeah. As long as you get to do that too.
I think
gotta
I would
come
be
with
the god of useless facts.
Yeah, that checks.
I
out.
love that.
That
I
checks
love
out.
that.
For sure.
I had a friend in high school who also, she was amazing at this thing called Quiz Bowl. She was
Quiz ball.
just, if there was a useless fact, she knew it. And man, I wish she would have gone on Jeopardy because she would have won.
I was actually in a high school. I was part of something called Knowledge Bowl, and it was basically like random facts. And we had different people on our team that like, okay, you take history, you take English, you
Yeah.
take philosophy, you take whatever. And we actually went to state because we were that big of nerds, and it was great. I loved it so much. It was.
That's
We
awesome.
were.
What was your subject area?
And what was your team?
I was English and I was mythology, and then
That
also
tracks.
like the arts, like theater and things like that. I actually got a question based off of like an old school musical that nobody knew of, and I knew it, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, my obscure theater for the win. It was amazing.
Yo, what is up, Draconis ASM artist? Wonderful to see you, my friend.
Hey,
How are you doing tonight? Sounded very suggestive, actually. But,
Do you guys have Sirenscape open?
oh no.
Oh, Siren.
always forget that one.
Actually, no, I do have it open.
Nice.
Hey, look at you.
Wait, so-
I
Okay,
do
so
not.
in
Hold
the top,
on.
you have the rules here. Okay.
Yeah. So each turn you'll draw a card
Okay.
and answer that card, and then you'll also do one of these.
Okay, so to go new whole discussion and start a project. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and so for holding a discussion, like if you start off with a statement, then that's your turn. But you could also start off with a question, and then it goes around to everyone else, and you answer the question as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna take a couple of rounds to get the hang of, I
I
think.
think so.
A little bit, yeah.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
Yeah,
I'll
after
get it.
after one turn, or yeah, 1 or 2 turns, it'll make some sense.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This sounds like fun.
What kind of world are we going to create? Guys?
I don't know.
So I'll
Any kind we want.
I'll read a little snippet, and then after that, let's say, after that, we'll have like 2 minutes. I'll put the timer on for us to just like toss out ideas for what like the general environment should be. Like if we're Mushroom Kingdom, underwater, in space, tiny people in a bathroom. I don't know, like fairies, whatever we want. So I'm just looking for some like some really good world building music. What vibe should I search for in Sirenscape?
It's gotta be something
That
like
is-
grandiose, you know.
Yeah, adventurous and grandiose.
Or maybe something curious and like
Dun, 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 dun. Not that.
or like
But something-
adventure,
yeah.
What's up, Ben?
fun.
Welcome.
Ooh.
Thanks for joining us.
Like the music when like Bilbo is running out of the Shire and he's like, I'm going on an adventure. That music.
Yeah,
Perfect.
like jazz.
Okay, this one.
What kind of music do you think Tolkien listened to when he wrote? I don't know that he did listen to music, probably didn't, but if he did, what would he have been listening to? What have you been?
What would he
I don't know
have
enough
playing in
about
his-
like
in his beats.
century-old composers to say. What
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those YouTube like music compilations where it's like classical music for if you were a like evil villain plotting your revenge or something like that? Like
I'm
it's like
surprised that's a thing,
sound
but no.
classical music compilations. It's kind of fun to do when you're like
Light jazz,
brainstorming.
the perfect world-building music. Elevator music.
Incidental music works for everything.
Derek Caldemeyer, adventure name extraordinaire. I do like your suggestion.
Adventure extraordinaire.
Are you guys hearing any music? Because I'm not.
No.
I am not.
Hearing any music? No.
Jade.
Well, of course.
No, Jade, no.
Fun guy.
What's Jade saying?
Stop.
I'll bring my mushroom demon. Oh my gosh, I have a mushroom world that we could learn. I literally made a mushroom demon. I blame my patrons because they voted for it, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Ben. Yeah, you were one of the Harlow competition winners. That's fun. Have you been enjoying it? The game's really cute.
Mixed style.
Yeah, I love those vibes.
Yes, Jade.
The Harlow music, probably not the best world building music. No, Jade, no. Yes, Jade, yes. Oh, dear.
Okay.
Oh, GOT opening theme. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh yeah, because that is kind of like they build the map. That's the coolest opening.
That
I love it.
was the coolest.
It was a cool
It
opening.
really set the scene for like that
It
week.
did.
So hype every time.
Waiting,
Yeah.
waiting forever. And it's like ba 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 na na ba ba na na. And
It's
you're
like
just,
the mountains are
sitting
coming
there.
out of nowhere, and you're like, whoa. It's good. You know, one of the Disney movies that I loved the intro to so much was Mulan, where like they have like the beginning scene, but then they have where it's like the calligraphy of it like being painted, and it is like it's the Great Wall and it's the mountain. I mean, that's a different vibe. It's more of like a tranquil vibe, but that like might actually be subtly ASMR. I'm not
was just
sure,
about to say
but
that
like
sounds like
it's
ASMR.
yeah, it was, you know, but it was do
Oh,
as
yeah,
everything
that
the
was
swirling coming in,
ASMR to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Been too
It's
long
pretty.
since I've seen Milan. I can't
I
really
also just,
remember.
yeah, I do love that movie. That was one of my favorites growing up anyway.
Okay, so I'm going to read the opening story.
Okay.
So, for a long time, we were at war with the jackals. Now, finally, we've driven them off, and we're left with this: a year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community and learn again how to work together. Come winter, the frost shepherds will arrive, and we might not survive the encounter. This is when the game will end. But we don't know about that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there's an opportunity to build something. So, I'm going to put a timer on, and we can start talking about.
A timer.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what it says in the rules.
Pressure. Tension.
Pressure, indeed.
Okay.
The frost shepherds are coming.
Yeah, so
Winter is
okay.
coming.
Winter is
Ba,
coming
ba,
out.
ba, ba.
So I'm going to start it off, and then we can just start like throwing out ideas until we
Just
come to
spitball.
consensus on something. And this
Okay.
is just like broad broad strokes, like just general what environment we're in. So you don't need to think of like specifics.
Okay.
All right. Ready, set, go.
Game of Thrones.
Okay,
So
something
we build
fresh.
a big wall, like a big freaking wall, way up north. Those fresh.
Okay, that's enough Game of Thrones.
I feel like, okay, so we were fighting the jackals, but maybe jackals is more like in like
Maybe
West Side
they're-
Story, where it was like the sharks and the jets, you know, so it was like kind of a rival gang.
Or like a
I was
1950s
thinking,
greaser game.
like,
Yeah,
I was
or maybe like a
thinking, like,
post-apocalyptic, like
we-
cyberpunk kind of gang, like in
Yeah.
Underworld or something.
I was thinking like we found this Earth, like we've been traveling in space for years, and we found this exoplanet that we can use, but there's already things there that hate us.
And they kind of look like jackals, so we were
They
fighting
kind
them.
of look like jackals.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
call them jackals.
We call them the jackals.
Sure.
Yeah,
Works for
yeah.
me.
Or or they could be like actually human things, and it could be cyberpunk. That is also cool.
Yeah.
They could be cyberpunk jackals. You know,
Cyberpunk
like dog
jackals.
people.
Jackals
But they got
are
like badass
There you
fashion
go,
and
there
implants,
you go.
augments.
They're like
Yeah, or
masks
like they all wear
with
like
dogs.
masks, you know, so that you
Oh,
don't really know who they
wear
are.
like scary masks.
And they're all like, you know,
Mad
yeah, animal
Max.
masks. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
we're
we're
on
interstellar
cyberpunk
colonists.
on a different planet. There's aliens called jackals that are kind of dog-like. Is that
Dog like,
that is
yeah,
something?
like kind of the Anubis kind of god of like Egyptian god where it's like
So did we-
humanoid but dog like.
Did we stumble across this planet and we're like, yo, this place is perfect and there's no one here. And so we settled
Right.
it. And then
it's
the
like,
jackals
"There's
came
people
from,
here."
from outer space and
Yeah,
they're
I'm
just like,
thinking,
yo,
like-
this is our planet.
Alien.
Or maybe they were already there, but they were just kind of hiding, and they were like, "Who are these
Yeah.
people landing on our
Yeah.
planet?" And then after we were like there, they were like, "Hold on."
All right. So what is the environment of this planet?
I'm guessing similar to Earth, but maybe
Yeah,
there's
it would have to
something about
be-
it that's different.
Right. I mean, we would have to feel like we could terraform it, so it at least has to be like, you know, breathable
Yeah.
air, and there's water, and there's like
Yeah.
some sort of vegetation that we can see.
Okay, but
You know,
the,
so
the
that we feel
timer
like-
just stopped.
Okay.
All right. So we've got breathable air and water, and we're on a different planet, and it's cyberpunky. So
Answer.
Salad.
okay, so we're gonna go around and everyone draw one thing on the map, like one major landmark. Starting with Sage, and then we'll do
Okay.
Amy, me, Nick.
Okay. Are we just using freehand, just to kind of draw?
Yeah, you can just use freehand. And in
Okay.
general, you want to avoid writing text on here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so when we landed, we found kind of the highest point. So there's like a mountain range kind of right here. And then there's this one mountain here that had like sort of a plateau-ish sort of feel to it. So we landed our spaceship like right there. Did I do that right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay,
Amy.
cool. Yay.
So the spaceship is like on the plateau.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking that we'll probably have made freehand. Why are you not working?
Is your paint color
You have
white?
to like hold a button and
Oh, I didn't see that I could change the paint color. You know what? That's okay. That's a good mountain color.
Why?
We'll stick with it.
the black
I
mountains?
think I got it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what? Why is it not? Is it
curses.
here? Maybe it's on the wrong color. It must have been on transparent. No. What? What's going on? Okay, maybe I'll use.
Oh, Asher, I think we're playing the original, not the remake. Oh wait, you're asking behind me. Okay.
Mine seems to work.
I just watched West Side Story. Oh, I haven't seen the remake yet. Oh, I see a smiley face.
That was me. I was just
Oh, that
checking
was you
if mine
testing
worked.
it.
A smiley face. Just a natural
Hi,
feature in the
smiley face.
distance. It's mountains that
Yeah.
look like a smiley face. There's a
Maybe
cloud
it
in the sky
is,
that looks like a
yeah.
smiley face.
Or maybe it's like
I
a
don't know
crater that
why
looks like a smiley face.
It's not letting me do anything.
Maybe try refreshing the page.
Let me try refreshing the page. Okay, so I'm clicking on freehand, and it says freehand.
Mm-hmm.
It says regular. I'm selecting my color. One of them is
Are you
transparent.
holding it down while you draw?
Oh, you have to like.
You have to like hold down the mouse and then move, yeah, as you go.
Well, I'm using a like this.
Oh, I don't know. I was just using my mouse pad on my laptop.
Interesting. Okay, so I can't use
Oh.
this.
Oh.
Okay, which is very weird. Okay, all right.
Very weird. Very
Yeah,
weird.
Amy was going to be
Why?
using tools to make her drawing better, but now she has to be.
No,
to
I
have
have
to
to use
be
my
big
right
mouse
hand.
just like
with the
everyone
rest of
Well,
us, yeah.
I thought that it was gonna be just fine, but guess what? It's gonna look like shit because I'm left-handed.
Oh no.
How do I
I'm
control
expecting a
Z?
great work of art here. One way or another.
Other permissions.
Well, my
Okay.
mountains are sure top notch, so
Wait,
I'm
how
gonna
do
be
you-
really
how do you
disappointed.
erase? How do you erase?
Oh, that's a good point. Can you erase?
Right click maybe? No, that's just
Oh yeah, you
Draw
can
shape,
select
circle
it,
free.
Okay.
select
okay,
it and
okay.
delete it.
select
Listen,
Oh,
we're
okay.
gonna figure this out, and then it's gonna be okay.
How do you
So,
select? Okay.
Not can't use that. Okay. So
Okay.
if the spaceship, it's gonna be easier for me if the spaceship is right there. Okay.
Okie dokie.
We have like little spaceship.
Yay.
Okay.
Wow,
So
wow, 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 wow,
they went-
wow, wow, wow.
down the mountain, and there's like a, let's say that there's like a river right here.
That makes sense. We would want to find like water. It'd be
Yeah.
like one of the first things that we would need. So
Okay. So there we go.
salad.
That's my
Cool.
turn.
Okay.
Cool.
I think that I am going to make a city because this is cyberpunk.
Yeah,
So
it's gotta
we
be
gotta
sick.
have a city.
It
Guys,
definitely. I'm guessing the ship is a lot bigger. Like it's huge, obviously, because it takes up the whole
Right.
plateau.
Right.
And there's a lot of
Mountains are not to scale.
so there's a lot of there's like a whole society. It's like why can't I think of the name of the ship right now?
The 100?
The 100, but also Star Trek.
The
Same as-
The Enterprise?
the Enterprise. You know how they have like upper
Yeah.
section, lower section. It's like a whole.
Right. It's like 1,000 people
I
that live
think
in
it's
it.
just
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's the 100. Though.
And there's
I
like
think
an
you're right.
arboretum, and it's like,
It's mostly the 100. Yeah.
especially because we're kind of like dystopian a little bit. So,
Yeah,
maybe we're
is-
slightly
is there, like,
cyberpunk.
social stratification on our
Yeah.
spaceship.
Yeah. Like maybe the
Cyberpunk
reason that
because
we're
we have
kind
to
first
of.
class.
use the stuff
Yeah.
in the ship kind of thing.
Right. And like maybe we left our Earth because it was already a little bit dystopian, and so we were like looking for a new place.
Yes.
Like we have to find something new. It wasn't just like we're exploring. It was like
Yeah.
we destroyed our Earth because humans are terrible.
Yeah.
So let's go destroy another planet.
Okay, so usually in this game the society is
sorry.
only like 80 people big. Do we want ours to be bigger than that? Because otherwise it's hard to have a city. Hard to be
80
cyberpunk
people's-
with like.
Yeah, maybe it's just a little bit bigger. Or
Yeah.
maybe people died.
Well, fighting the Jackal Wars.
Or maybe
yeah,
when we
I like
land,
that.
we found a city and we kind of inhabited it and like rebuilt it a little bit. But like there was already like there was definitely some sort of established civilization, but it didn't look like it was occupied.
That is an interesting idea. I think I'm leaning towards that we built a city, but then they all died in the jackals, and so now it's
Okay,
like a ghost.
so now it's
What are
like,
you guys
yeah.
leaning towards?
No,
Yeah,
that's
Ghost
cool.
City
That.
sounds
I'm
good.
with that.
Where like the remaining 100 or so humans are like hiding amongst the ruins, trying to avoid the jackals. But maybe I guess the jackals left for like a year because it's a
Yeah.
quiet year.
Nice. All right, Nikki, your turn to add something.
Oh gosh,
We built the city.
I didn't think about this. I should have been thinking about this. All right, I'm gonna say the city. I'm gonna say we built a big freaking wall around our city. This is awful, but like at the base of the mountain, we got some like Minas Tirith shit going on here.
Yeah.
We got like a big old wall, and that's the only reason we were able to survive the jackal attacks. Because we as soon as we realized that they were around, we just like took all our cyberpunk robots and we're like built this big ass wall. Maybe the wall is actually built out of like
Scrap and debris.
yeah scrap. Maybe we just like
Stuff.
demolished a bunch of buildings that existed in the city because we needed to like repurpose them. So this whole wall is just like twisted pile of like building wreckage
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff to keep the jackals out.
Yeah, more like a barricade almost.
Yeah, like a big barricade, something like that.
Nice.
We're just gonna make all the musical references tonight. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, seriously.
So, because I've played this game before, I guess I'll go first. and then we can go around as how I'm seeing it in Zoom. So we'll go me, Nick, Sage, Amy. Where did my deck of cards go? Oh, there it is. So, the first card that we pull. One thing to note is that when we get into winter, whenever I forget if it's the ace or the king, but one of the spades, when you pull it, the game ends. So once you're in winter, you never know when the game is going to end.
Dang.
Okay.
So,
We're
first
not in
card,
winter yet, so.
6. It's a 6. So, the 6 of spring.
6 of spring.
The 6 of spring.
So, Rick, we are
Pretty.
playing a game called The Quiet Year, where it's a world building game where we each take turns drawing features onto this map here, and we sort of cooperatively create this story of a post-apocalyptic society who's
Yeah.
trying to like recover after a year fighting an enemy called the Jackals. The Jackals.
Yeah. We're just getting started, so
Yeah, we're
you're
just starting.
right on time. Yeah.
Yeah, so my question is, are there children in your community? If there are, what is their role? Or how old are the oldest members of the community? What special needs do they have? So I am going to say, how old are the oldest people in our society? I think that we don't have any old folks. I think our technology keeps us young. So
Ooh.
I'm going to say biologically, like 35 is like as old as you can get. But
I'm as old as dirt in society.
they consider that when you've reached peak aging, like a fine wine, and
Peak performance.
yeah, and but in terms of like actual age, like 200.
Okay.
We've been traveling in the stars.
Do our minds deteriorate, or does the technology keep our bodies and our minds at the age of a 35-year-old?
We can figure that out later.
Okay. I didn't know if we could like ask.
Maybe it's a thing where, like,
questions.
like in theory it keeps us young, but like there's
If our
bugs that come that like
Right.
accrue
No,
over
that
time.
makes sense,
We have
yeah.
little glitches that start to accumulate
Yeah.
over hundreds of years.
Say probably. Well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can currently discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. I am going to start a project. Oh, actually, before we do this, we need to everyone choose one resource, and I'm going to write it down. And you can choose it to either be a scarcity or an abundance. So let's try to get 2 scarcities and 2 abundances.
Okay.
Okay.
So scarcity, abundance. So, does anyone have one, or should I go?
We can go in like a circle.
Okay. I'm going to say that we have a scarcity of meat. I think that we're lacking protein.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Nick, how about you go? It could be like fuel or electricity or happiness.
Let's say happiness, a scarcity of happiness. No. Let's say we also have a scarcity of silicon, which all of our
Nice.
transistors and everything are based off of. So
I love that.
we have to like recycle our electronics very, very carefully.
Right.
And maybe that contributes to the aging issues.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
so.
And also could create like sort of a hierarchy of like if you can get the silicon, like trading black market kind of.
Yeah, you can have more augments and that kind of stuff.
So, Sage, come up with an abundance.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of silicon, but I feel like there's an abundance of like a cheaper kind of technology.
Silicon.
Everyone has implants.
Yeah.
Not those kinds. I mean, well, whichever.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other kind.
Yeah. Like, what would that be? Something that just like cheaper.
silicone.
Oh, plastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Like,
drowning in microplastic.
But like a cheaper
Because
alternative
That's how our
to like electronics would be like copper wire, vacuum tubes. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Sort of
maybe
like
copper.
Transitioning steam to steampunk.
exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking actually. So like steampunk kind of level stuff is like
Got tons
abundant,
of coal.
but like the
tons
more
and tons of coal.
Okay, yeah.
or like
What-
bronze and copper and things like that. Like kind of the softer types of metals.
okay, the rare earth metals.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Quartz.
Amy.
Thinking that
What does Chet have to say?
this
Chat suggested
landscape
quartz.
is filled with grass that is similar to wheat, and that there's this abundance of wheat like grass, but even though it's a really good thing in terms of food, because we're an advanced society, we don't really know how to make things from scratch, so a lot of grass like wheat that
How
we're trying
make
to learn.
bread?
How make bread?
Where supermarket?
Yeah, so yeah.
There's no Amazon here.
I can't just drink my Soylent shake. Make shit.
No, I like that. Then we have to like kind of like figure out how to go back to our
Also,
roots. It's like from
want us
Wally
to
where
have
they get
food.
back and he's like, "Look, I'm gonna plant this and it's gonna be pizza," and you're like, "No, honey, but
Yeah.
good heart, love it."
Wait, so Amy, how should I write this down? It's
Let's
like
come up with a
wheat like
It's a
name
wheat
for
stuff.
alien wheat. How about
Google
Xeno
how to make
wheat.
bread.
Zeet?
Zeet.
Zeet.
Zeet, but with an X, so it's like Xeno.
Zeet.
Zeet with an X.
Zeet with an X.
All right, we've got our Zeet.
H-E-A-T.
Love it.
We've
Love it.
moved past the making the basic stuff. That all happened in the past, so we didn't have to make anything basic.
Right.
But now,
That's what the Amazon drones were for.
right?
And
Until they started actually shooting people too. That's what led to the collapse of
Amazon
our
drones, they were hacked and they turned against them.
Oh no.
Oh,
That
yeah, the
was
jackals were
the
hackers.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so it's still my turn. I feel like I should start a project. I
I
think
can't download a sandwich.
I think that the project will be researching, like, no, I'm gonna start off like something just still like not that big of a deal, which will be a Zeet silo. So just a giant way to store long term our Zeet.
Solid.
Gotta save what we got. Save our Zeet.
Never trust a jackal. They will hack your Amazon drones.
Frickin' jackals.
Freaking jackals.
So I'm just gonna draw it. Yeah, that's. I'll work on that. But who's next? So Nick, you have the 7, which is where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or you can answer, what natural predators roam this area? Are you safe?
Whoa. Sorry, this is me, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I forgot. For my grain silo, how many weeks should that take? It's between 1 and 6.
That
I
would
think a
take
grain
very
silo is
long.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
It's
like
like-
one or
it's like a
two.
2-week
probably.
project.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
weeks.
It's kind
So
of like
it'll
a
be-
big tube.
Okay, cool. It'll be done on Sage's turn then.
Nice.
Okay.
But we go week by week here, is that right?
Mm-hmm. So that,
Okay.
yeah, we just did 1 week now. It's your turn.
Okay.
So to reread the question, it's where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or what natural predators roam the area? Are you safe?
I kind of want to do the natural predators, but I'm actually going to do the sleeping one. I'm going to say, because we're part of this like crazy advanced society and we're all like jacked up with these, augments and whatever. Instead of normal sleep, we have to like plug in and recharge. We have to like plug into like Tesla superchargers, basically. And so like everyone has like recharge banks. So everyone just like sleeps in like banks in like a centralized location. But if that were to get destroyed, that would be a huge liability because no one would be able to like supercharge properly anymore. So maybe there's a faction or people in our society that are worried that we have to find some other way to sleep or whatever, so that it's not all our eggs aren't in one basket. But also, I guess if everyone like lives in a supercharger rack and sleeps there, it's not a lot of privacy. So maybe there's some people that have problems with that too. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. And then you can take one of those actions, discover something new,
right.
Hold a discussion, or start a project.
I'd like to discover something new.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I'm thinking that we discover an ancient alien artifact underneath our city.
Ooh.
That's advanced even to us. That seems like crazy and so far beyond us, but seems exceptionally powerful, and perhaps conveniently also full of silicon. And so we have like maybe factions that are like, some people are like, we have to understand this thing because we have to harness its power for us, and then we have a faction that's just like, we just gotta tear it apart. We need that silicon. Yeah.
So I have moved the silicone into abundance. And then
Maybe abundance.
Kind of.
If we
I'll
destroy
move it
I'll move it in
in the
between.
middle.
Yeah, sounds good.
Silicone? Question mark?
So, Sage, your card is the 9 of Hearts. A charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Start a project to reflect this. Or a charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into sinful or dangerous activity. Why does she do this? How does the community respond?
Oh my gosh, that's 2 really good options.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Nick said. This charismatic young girl, she wants to learn more about this alien artifact that we found, and so she's one of the people who's like, no, we have to understand it, because if we understand it, it could like advance our society more than what it is, and maybe like they knew more about this world than we do, and all that kind of stuff.
Jackals.
Exactly.
Fight off the frost shepherds or whatever.
Yeah. So she's in the camp of like, we need to learn more about this.
Is it like, kind of like a cult kind of thing? Like they worship this thing, or is it sort of more rational? I don't know if I'm allowed to ask that question.
I think she sees it as more rational, but as other people are joining her, it almost becomes more of a cult, and she's kind of like, well, at least you're on my side, so I'm gonna let you do that. At this point, she's just like, I just need to keep the majority of people on my side. So she's gonna do that. And then start a project. She is going to develop a research facility, like kind of right above where we found this artifact, and like move a lot of the lab equipment from our ship into this research facility, and just kind of go all gung-ho, like let's get all of our best minds on this, trying to research and find out what this thing is.
Okay. Cool. So draw something on the map to reflect that.
Okay, I will attempt to draw something that looks like...
And then we get to decide how many weeks that should take.
Ancient alien artifact research facility. I feel like that's a...
It's gonna take a while.
That sounds
gonna
like
take a while.
that sounds like a big one.
Okay. Well, it'll be 6 weeks until
Beep, beep.
we finish building
Okay.
it.
Okay. There's my little thing we're gonna put a little tower. There. There's our research facility.
I love it.
Good.
And our grain silo is done. That
Yay.
finished. And then, yeah, so how about you take an action now?
Oh, okay. I thought the starting the project wasn't that. I get another one too,
Oh, wait. That was your starting project? Sweet. Hell
because
yeah.
that was part
No,
of the.
or was
the
that part of
card.
the question?
Double
The
check.
girl starts the project, right?
That's if she... Did you choose the good option or the bad option?
The good one.
Okay, then
Yeah.
yes, that was part of the
Okay.
card. So you also
Okay.
get an action.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'm going to also discover something new. We found, like, in the early stages of building this research facility, we found what we think is like mines that go into the mountains. So I'm going to draw like a little tunnel there. And we don't know how far they go. It looks like they're pretty like broken down, and it's going to take like some time to kind of excavate and be able to go further in safely without being worried about cave-ins and things like that. But we don't know what's on the other side of there, so there might be something interesting in there.
Will we
Nice.
delve too greatly and too deeply in a Wiccan Balrog?
No Balrogs.
All right. Amy, you drew a 3 of hearts. So someone new arrives. Who? Or 2 of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? So either someone new arrives, who, or 2 community members get into a fight. What provoked them?
Did it say younger community
Younger,
members?
yeah. 2 younger
Okay.
community members.
New person? I feel like that would have to be like an alien. No, okay. No. I got it. So, there was somebody who was on the ship, and it was, I want to say, like a high-ranking official at the time, like maybe a leader in their ship community. But when the ship landed and there was like all this confusion with the jackals, a lot of people were lost and many people died, and this person was thought to be dead, but they were actually just like exploring. I mean, they got separated, but they were like exploring the land. But they came back and they brought with them this like new religion, and he's like this anti-cyberpunk, pro-naturalistic kind of thing, and he's bringing with him like this like heresy. He's like that guy. He's like the town crier that's like, everybody reject the cyberpunk.
You're all sinful
Sinful.
beings.
Worship the sun god, the giver of
Purge your
life.
body of the cursed silicon.
Exactly.
I have seen
That's
the way.
exactly who it is.
Yes.
100%.
Oh my gosh. Totally get it.
People joining
That's
the
who it
cult
is.
just like ripping out their implants.
Exactly. Yep.
Ooh.
Exactly.
And then
That
causing
is
all
it.
kinds of like problems with their
Carnal
bodies too,
desires
because their
and
bodies are
animalistic
super
behaviors.
old.
Yeah. And
Dun,
then when they like
dun,
take
dun.
it off, they are like progressively aging. Not like so quick, but like all of a sudden over the next
Yeah.
few weeks,
Like Bilbo.
their bones are achy. They're getting arthritis. It's the
We're just bringing in
natural
all the
way.
references.
So we're rapidly developing.
Do it, the
into-
flat earthers will love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's next? Me. It's a me. Oh wait, you have an
Sorry, I
action.
need to,
Do your action.
So, if I had this person create like a slums area that is no cyberpunk, that would be start a project.
Or yeah, if you're building
a
it new, it
project.
would be start a project. If you're finding it, that would be find something new.
Start a project. We're just like right outside the city. There's like makeshift like society, and they don't use like metal and stuff to create their houses. They use like
Wood
mud and
and
wood.
Shantytown.
It's
Yeah.
shantytown. And that's where the naturalistic people are gonna live.
Is it inside the wall or outside of the wall?
It's inside the wall,
Okay.
but I'll say that it's like, oh, damn it, I did it
We're
again.
really building inwards,
We should
It's
have.
getting quite dense.
Wait, I want
which
You
is
could
good for
cyberpunk
cyberpunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good for Cyberpunk. That's right.
Eventually, we're not gonna have enough room, but you know.
Maybe it'll be like Altered Carbon, where like the elite go on like the cloud islands.
In the sky,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember that show.
Okay, so
Gosh, I wish
this-
they hadn't canceled that show.
That's it.
I watched the first season. Did they do a second one?
Yeah.
I like the
Okay, I
first
think I
season.
watched the
but
first
They
season.
lost me
Okay.
the second.
It was cool.
Yeah, the
but
second was not as good, I didn't think, but the
Yeah.
first one was really good.
I never really liked the main guy. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I thought
I
the
don't
setting
know,
was
I
cool,
don't like his
but he
face.
seemed like a bit of a meathead. I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool setting.
Cool setting. Cool concept.
Yeah.
And I liked Poe. He was my favorite.
Wasn't there
Yes.
a Matt Damon movie that had a similar concept, like Elantris, where he's in like the junk world?
don't know.
Elysium?
A lot of
Elysium.
similar-
Yeah, Elysium. You're right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah,
what it is.
Elysium.
Anyway,
I don't
so
remember.
Sage, what was the name of the girl?
The name of the girl. Trix.
Trix.
Yeah.
Just for kids. Okay, so I sent you guys the PDF, like near the end of it.
Oh.
You can see the cards. So if you want to read your own cards, you can. So I got a 4, which is what important or basic tool does the community lack? Or where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things? I already did a food storage thing. So I'm going to answer what important and basic tools do the community lack? So, okay.
There we go.
We've got Zeet. Oh, we're kind of getting some silicon.
Maybe.
What I think that what is a scarcity is electricity.
Ah.
But okay, no, that's not a tool. I think that we are running out of a tool that we lack.
Wow, it's a basic tool.
Hammers.
Don't have enough wrenches. That's weird.
Maybe
But
like
we're
microscopes or
cyberpunk.
something.
Yeah, okay.
Like some
that's
sort
a-
of lab equipment.
I love that. We don't have refined glass.
Ooh, there we go.
Is very useful in a lot of tools. So yeah, we can't do a lot of stuff like that because we don't have a glass factory. All of our glass is like the janky glass you get on like old houses that warps the when you
Roman
see it
glass.
stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna put that down and text. Here we go. Under scarcity, put glass / glass tools. Okay, and then I feel like we haven't had a discussion, so I'm gonna hold a discussion. And the discussion is going to be something juicy. What's something juicy? Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a group of the people think that we need to stop this cult. They're essentially murdering people by having them commit suicide.
Started.
Yeah. So then, Nick, you can speak what some other people in the
As part of this
community.
discussion, I have to
Yeah.
like agree or disagree, basically.
Yeah. Or just add a point or something.
Okay. Yeah. And I think the other semi-cult or the other research institution, whatever they are, that's researching the alien artifact, they're like the polar opposite of the like get rid of the technology cult. They're like technology is our salvation, and we're gonna
life.
find this crazy future alien tech. We're gonna understand it, and we're gonna ascend to godhood, kind of thing. And so they're like strongly opposed to the anti-tech guys, and so they just think that they should just go murder them all.
Just burn down the slums. They're made
They're
of
like,
wood
they're
and
gonna hold us
mud
back
and
from our
stuff.
true potential,
Burn
and the
'em.
jackals are gonna come back, and we're just gonna be a bunch of old ass guys we can't do anything. So the only way we're gonna survive is to cut out the cancer, and then flourish on this alien technology.
Okay. Mhm.
Sage, what do you think about this?
I think that there is a group of younger individuals, not like young, but they're probably like, like maybe in their 30s, kind of, which is considered young when you can live to 200 or so. They kind of see some sense in the fact that, like, because we don't have a lot of silicone, because we need these charging ports and things, like, we are very dependent on our technology. But like, if you just take out your implants now, then everybody is going to die. But maybe our newer people, maybe the next generations, we let them grow naturally, and we kind of gradually sort of phase it out instead and become more of a natural society again. So they're kind of the gray area. Like, I can see that point, but also let's not just kill people from taking out implants, but also let's not kill all the people who are living in the slums either.
So would they be in favor of continuing to research the alien tech, or would they just want to like bust it down into silicon to kind of transition the society?
I think they would
from
still
tech?
be. I think they would still be in favor of researching, but not using it in a way of like enhancing their bodies as much as like enhancing the society as a whole.
Cool.
Finding it for ways more of like maybe weapons, but maybe just like protection, things like that, and not necessarily just like we're gonna make our bodies live forever.
All right, Amy.
I think you're muted, Amy.
Can you
Yes.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Would a representative of the cult be there or no? Do you think?
Yeah,
This
I
is
think
a
this is just
discussion.
like
Okay. So a
discussions that are happening.
representative from the cult says that none of you could perceive these things correctly because the technology is poisoning your mind, and we should all just take out all our cybernetics and just start having a ton of babies because we're all gonna get old and we need to populate so that we can like continue our civilization. So
Got the cybernetics, massive orgy, everyone dies of old age next week.
that's yeah, pretty much.
Leave all
Yeah.
these babies completely untaken care of. Awesome.
Well,
Love
not
it.
everybody is. I don't think that everybody's like 200 years old by the mind. I feel like some people have to be like mid-range, right?
Well, that's a good question. The people who are in the cult, are they more the older people or the younger people? Or is it kind of a mix?
My guess is the main guy is probably one of the older ones who got like he had an experience and changed him, but the people that were gravitated towards him are the ones that were younger and haven't really gone through the whole process of living for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Okay. So they wouldn't necessarily die if they take out their implants.
Yeah, they would just be older.
Okay.
Than,
All right.
I mean, I don't know. We'll say like there's varying ages.
All right. So Nick, you get the 10 of hearts. So the 10 of spring. Do you want me to read it, or do you got your?
I think I got it here. There's another community somewhere on the map.
Ooh.
Where are they? What sets them apart from you? Or what belief or practice helps to unify your community? Ooh, it seems like we have a lot of discord, not a lot of
We
unity.
do.
in our
We do.
community.
We've kind of already divided
Less of a
everybody.
unity, more of a discordity. And so Oh yeah, is there a common thread that sort of keeps everyone from killing each other? Or is there another community?
Oh, wait. How many turns has it been since, Sage, you did that project?
Oh, let's see, that was me. I'm next. So it's been
No, just
Almost
two.
4?
4. Yeah, almost 4.
Yeah. Almost.
Okay, cool.
Let's say that. What unifies everyone here? If anything. Because I feel like another
Pizza.
community somewhere else on the map.
Most likely the threat, the incoming threat.
Yeah, just kind of the like instinct
Or
of
maybe
survival.
there's like a boy band that everybody really likes.
A boy
Pretty much.
band.
Two Directions.
Oh my gosh. Two Directions was on the spaceship and they just like sporadically hold concerts where there's conflict.
Oh my god.
And everyone just stops fighting and just like vibes.
I was okay. Oh, hi, me. You're kind of on the same. I was. The boy band was not my thought. I was thinking like maybe
Oh, yeah. I like.
they worship the ship.
That's
Oh,
a
I didn't
cool
think about.
idea.
Do we even still have a ship?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's on the plateau.
Interesting.
It just kind of sits up there, and
That's
everyone
good.
worships it.
Good
Huh? Is the ship sentient? Like somehow?
That's up to you.
So like calling
yeah,
the
it's up to you.
shots
It's up to you.
somehow.
Maybe like we've downloaded our consciousness into the ship. So like the
Or there's
ship
an
itself is
AI on
not
the ship?
sentient, but it's yeah, maybe it is. It's an AI that we've created and like we've kind of downloaded our
We've trusted it this whole time to guide us.
yeah.
Okay, sure. The
I
ship
love
can be our
that.
god figure.
Yeah.
And so when we're like in a situation of like real strife or disagreeing with each other, we have to go and we have to beseech guidance from the ship.
That's so
Like,
cool.
it's like our
Oh,
own
dang.
deep thought.
Yeah.
Deep thought. Oh my
Exactly.
gosh, that's
All right,
so good.
yeah, we'll go with that. So and
That's
even
so
even the
good.
so I guess that's the question though. Then the anti-technology people, are they disagreeing with like the? Do they say
they
that the ship
reject
is
the ship
Yeah,
god?
they reject the ship god.
I feel like.
I mean,
they
this has to
have
unify
Yeah.
us, so they have to sort of be on board
Well,
somehow.
if this is a
Right.
unifying thing,
Yeah.
maybe that they don't reject it, but they just think of it as like it was a necessary evil. Like they respect the ship for showing them the way. The ship brought them to this planet that showed them the way.
But they think now that it's mistaken, maybe, or
It's like-
Or that
Trying
it
to
like
lead them
it's
astray.
it's like
It's like the
served its
Ark.
purpose. So
Yeah.
it's
Or
like
maybe
it's
it doesn't
done
have
now.
an opinion on this.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe.
what if they want to try and liberate the AI from the ship and manifest it as like an actual being?
Oh my
So,
god,
like,
I love that.
you deserve
so,
to be free.
Yes.
Wait,
so
is
they
that
do
the
love
thing that
Free
everyone
the ship.
everyone agrees with? That is what you're saying.
No, I'm thinking that that's maybe like the organic, like anti-tech people
Yeah,
that
like
they
that's
want
like
the
their
ship-
goal. Like everyone worships the AI of the ship, but the anti-tech people are like, we have to free you from this ship.
Yeah,
We
that's
need
exactly
to manifest you
it.
in the
Yeah.
real world as like an organic being
Like download it
Interesting.
into a body.
Into a body
They need to find a
somehow.
host for the
Into
ship's
a
AI.
prophet. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. You need a
yeah.
prophet.
All right, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so then
so everyone
in
worships
Just
the
getting
ship,
juicy.
but in different ways. Mary, that's
like
a great
it.
idea.
Yeah.
Drake asks, is this in the future of our current world? If so, the boy band could be singular heading, and they could be a 1D cover band that made it big something.
It's enough generations that it's like it's becoming cool again. It's like when like kids nowadays are like, "Oh, you've never heard of this band," and it's like, you know, the Carpenters or something. And you're like, "No, I know who the Carpenters." are."
Yes, from centuries ago. Peak music. Derek says, what if you all back yourselves up on the ship and it gained a collective sentience? Yeah, maybe that's
it's
where
like
the
the
AI came
community.
from. Maybe the AI
It's like
started
psychopaths.
as something. It's like what? Sorry.
Psychopaths. Or like they have like the governing body that is like
Oh,
it's a long story. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay.
actually a plot twist that
yeah.
Oh,
So we should-
spoilers.
Shouldn't
been
get
out
into
long
it.
enough.
It's
It's been out a long time. It wouldn't make sense if that was all that I said.
Oh my gosh, not at all.
No,
It
there's
does not make
so
any
many
sense.
layers.
I already forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah.
so-
Good. Okay.
It wouldn't make sense until if it had any. But oh yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Just
okay.
a little-
Nick, you still got an action.
Oh, I already got an action, sorry. Okay, the action I'm going to take is to start a project.
Nice.
And the project is going to be, we're going to attempt to get some more meat. Because we really don't have much meat. We got lots of zeet, but no meat. And so we're going to attempt to farm some of the local, like, cattle creatures. Livestock creatures that graze on the zeet plains.
The seed plane.
Try and get a burger industry going here.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so in terms of how many weeks that would be, I'm thinking 4 weeks.
Yeah, they reproduce real quick.
Okay.
Like Minecraft cows.
How about you draw some exo cows on the on the map?
All right.
Yay.
Let's do some.
Finally, we can draw something outside the city. Okay, so Sage, you got
Beautiful.
a 5 of hearts.
5 of Hearts. Okay. So there is a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what? Okay. This might be too much, but my first thought was something happened, like there was a big lightning storm and it struck the ship on top of the plateau, and it kind of like, it didn't like completely destroy it, but it definitely sort of, like the AI is glitching a little bit now and then. And so now our god character is like kind
On the
of
fritz.
messed up. Yeah, yeah. And it like, you know, there are some people who are like, we have to worship more and we have to like, you know.
Being punished.
Exactly. We're being punished because of this cult or because of that cult or whatever. So all of the cults are like, well, this is your fault. Like this happened to the god because you. So that like
Jackal
throws us.
I just saw that.
Jackal burgers. So the AI is on the fritz and everyone is blaming each other. Mop, mop.
I think the happy face is the sun. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's like the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Like the sun in the sky.
Watching
And
this all.
then you got an action.
Okay. I am going to start a project, and our wall that we made, because it is just kind of a makeshift wall, I'm going to work on reinforcing it with some of our metals that we have in abundance and actually like making it more sturdy and stuff.
Sweet. So that's a project.
That's a project. It's
how-
going to take a while.
How long should that take, Amy?
Sage me.
It's going to take me a long ass time to draw all these lines, but I
Amy-
committed to it.
Amy,
So.
you're muted.
Sorry, like 2 weeks maybe.
All right.
I'd say.
yes.
2 weeks.
Okay.
So then, Amy, you get the 2 of hearts.
2 of hearts. Let's see. It's still in spring.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's just 2. Okay, it's 2 of hearts. I found it. There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned?
Man,
Okay, I'm gonna do the second one. Who are the people that are gonna kill us in the?
Frost Shepherd?
Yeah, but we don't know about them yet, according to.
We don't
haven't
know.
encountered.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that across from the river, there's a giant. Oh, I keep doing that. Grabbing the pen. There's a giant. Okay, I'm not on freehand. You can do this, Amy. Monolith,
Monolith.
and then
2001: A Space Odyssey stuff.
surrounding it, there's like alien ruin. I don't want to say ruins,
Oh, is
but
it related to the thing under our city, maybe?
I think it's
Ooh.
probably related. So an alien area, there's probably a scout that went out, looking for more space cows.
Space
And found this abandoned city with this giant monolith. So, yeah. That's gonna be it. And I want to hold a discussion.
Okay.
What if we tried to bargain or make peace with the jackals?
Okay. What if we tried to bargain? Did we decide what the jackals were?
Yeah, I don't
They're kind of
remember.
like Anubis-like creatures.
Oh, that's right.
humanoid with like
Literal
jackal
jackals.
heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Are
could
they
maybe-
like technologically advanced, or are they more like primitive, but by virtue of their superior numbers and surprise attack, they managed to murder a bunch of us?
And like knowing the land and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
For
Like,
some
yeah.
reason, I'm thinking of them as like primitive, but
A
they
little
have,
more.
I mean, yeah,
Like language?
like Mad Max, kind of.
Mm.
Where they
Like they got cars.
like they
That'd be pretty cool,
have cars maybe, but they're not like souped up cars. They're like kind of janky looking.
Mm.
Okay.
So Mad Max.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, what
Song
was
Man, thank you.
your thing? Was how? What
The
was your
discussion is, what if we tried to like bargain with them or create
Or, like,
some
make
sort
peace
of
with
peace
them.
or agreement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that the Science Council, they think that would be good to do some exchange of knowledge and to study their culture and how they evolved, and it would be useful to learn what knowledge they have.
Yeah.
And those are the same guys who want to study the artifact, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They might know about the artifact. The jackals might.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, Sage, what was this thing that Trix made? What was that again?
The triangle thing?
Yeah.
I think that's the slums.
That's the slums.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
slums.
Yeah.
The thing that
Okay.
Trix made is got the number 3 next to it, which should be
Okay.
lowered
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Are we done with that?
So it was 1 with Amy, 2, 3. Wait, whose turn is it now?
It's Amy's turn.
my turn.
Because she asked a question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Which is after Sage, so it has been 5 since the research.
5.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
one more turn.
One more
And the
turn
research
for
station comes to
research.
fruition.
Okay.
Sorry, Amy, were we having a discussion?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kyle.
What
gave
if we
his
made
point.
peace? Yeah.
Yeah. What if we
Right.
formed some sort of agreement,
Right.
peace,
Yeah.
whatever. See
Mhm.
if we can.
A treaty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. I feel like there would be a group of people, like maybe the older generation, possibly, who would see the jackals as just very inferior to them because they don't have the technology that we have, and because they are just so like primitive in our, like compared to our society, and so peace with them doesn't really make sense. Like, what could they teach us? Kind of that like hubris side of things. Although they could probably teach us how to make bread from the zeet. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Still working on that.
Just like those kind of like more basic things that we don't necessarily like have the knowledge of. They could teach, but these people wouldn't see it that way. They would be like, no, like they are just as a society so much less advanced. So we should be, dominant on this planet. We should be like, they should be asking to make peace with us, not like us trying to make a treaty with them.
Right.
Okay.
I think because it's the unifying thread for our society, we all went and we asked the shipping guy,
We asked the ship, the glitchy ship now.
the glitchy ship. But the ship AI gave a really ambiguous answer. like an Oracle of Delphi kind of situation. Like you could interpret it either way. So each side is using that to like shore up their argument. Like, oh, it's the ship wants this or the ship wants that, but I don't think we really.
Yeah.
But do I have to like take a side in this discussion?
No, you can just say what people are thinking or feeling.
Yeah, I think there would probably be a faction, especially of like war veterans, like people who like lost loved ones to the jackals quite recently, like within the last year. We're just like, there's no way. Like we can never make peace with those bastards. Like we gotta murder them all.
Barbarians,
kind of
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's
Like the Klingons
don't
or
deserve to
the
live. Yeah.
Janadar
That kind of
or
thing.
whatever.
So
Yeah.
there's definitely.
I'm sorry. I'm just making so many references. like this, like that, like this, like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like we're divided on the Jackal Treaty situation.
Yeah.
If
Amy,
even okay, what if we, as part of the discussion, what if we sent an envoy? Maybe someone proposes, so we send an envoy out to the Jackals to see if they are even interested in some kind of treaty or alliance.
oh, that sounds like a project that someone should start.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, and then Amy, you're the last, because you didn't start with a statement, you start with a question. You also get to say something.
What would the people in the slums, what would they think?
So the people in the slums, they would be for it because basically, I think people in the slums and some people in the community would think like this is their planet and we landed on it. So if we're going to cohabitate, we're going to have to learn to work together, and that just killing each other every year is just no way to live, basically. So, and the people in the slums are like very pro, like we need to learn the Jackal's way of life as well, kind of thing, to learn how to be natural.
Right, because they are more natural than us, so
Yeah.
they would, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I got the king, or the ace of hearts, which is what group has the highest status in this community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in this community? If so, what family structures are common? Oh, time to Game of Thrones this shit. So I think that there's going to be a kind of a tiered system in this society, in this community. And I think it is the group of people who get access to talking with the machine AI. And
A priest caste kind of.
yeah, a
Yeah.
priest caste, Bahrain, whatever. I'm forgetting my Hindu caste system, but
Like the Levites or something.
yeah, the Brahmin, I think that's what it is. But anyway, what do they have to do to talk to the ship? I think that they have to like pass like not an online, but like an automated like PhD in AI kind of thing. They have to just like do like, let's say it's more of a master's degree. They just got to do a lot of classes, and it's just like really boring.
This like restricted access. Like nobody's got the ability or care to do it anymore.
Yeah,
Like very few people.
and then okay, discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. We haven't discovered something new recently, besides the obelisk. I think the thing that we are going to discover is we're going to rediscover an old sport. And that sport is going to be windsurfing on the river. And so now everyone is getting big into windsurfing.
Love it.
Love it. We need some fun in our
The
dystopian.
thing is,
Yeah. Things are getting so serious.
Yeah. Look at him. He looks so happy. Yay.
All right. Sage, you
Cute
get
girl.
the Queen of Hearts.
The queen.
Yes,
Queen House. Okay. What is the most beautiful thing in this area, or what's the most hideous thing in this area? I feel like that would really, really depend on the people. Like to the like more natural cult, they would think that like the landscape and the mountains and like the area around was the most beautiful. But to the researchers and people who have been living in a technology-based society for so long, it would probably be like these new ancient alien things that they're finding and don't understand but want to understand. The idea of a new technology from this ancient civilization, I feel like to them that would be the most beautiful. So,
Eye of the Beholder and all that.
yeah.
Oh, also, your project has completed,
My project is done.
so you get to describe how that went.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay. So we were researching this alien artifact that we found. And there was a bunch of silicone there, but we chose to research it instead and try to learn more. Okay, so this artifact, we discovered, a lot of what we were working on was like trying to decipher the language that we found on there, because there was a lot of like this ancient writing and things like that, that obviously we didn't understand, but we had like linguists working on it to try to decode it and make sense of it. And what we are fairly certain that it is almost sort of like a set of like a series of prophecies about things that were going to happen to this land and things that possibly happened to this ancient civilization. Kind of a doomsday prophecy sort of thing. So,
Does it mention
Yeah.
any frost shepherds?
I think it does. I think it mentions that there's some sort of a creature, like when the winter comes and they actually like kind of grow out of the frost, it seems like, at least from what they could tell. And it was some sort of a creature that like basically froze this whole alien civilization. Like it was like a contagious kind of frost, like they touch you and then like you start to sort of freeze, almost like a contagious kind of
So we
frostbite.
build a giant wall in the north, and we send all the criminals there.
Perfect.
Do the prophecies mention us, like settlers from
Oh,
far?
new.
Yeah, like trying to make
That's
a new world
interesting.
here, new Earth here.
I don't think it mentioned us, but I think it did mention the jackals, and somehow the jackals are immune to the frost shepherds. So the aliens that were here before, their civilization died out, but the jackals are still okay, because for some reason the
They
frost
can
shepherds
fight off
don't.
the frost shepherds. there.
Yeah, they don't affect them. Yeah.
Derek says it's a cookbook.
Yeah,
it's
that's
nothing
not
but
bad.
bread recipes, just bread recipes.
Oh my god, that would have been
The
so
prophecy
funny.
of making the best
You
stew
will all
ever.
develop celiacs.
Oh no, that would be terrible with Zeet.
Oh, nothing but Zeet. It's okay. We're researching cows.
We are. We're gonna have space burgers, patent
Yeah.
pending.
Oh yeah.
It'll be fine. Yeah, we're good.
Space cheese.
Space cheese.
Awesome space cheese.
Yeah.
From the moon.
Was that your action, Sage?
No, that was me
That
just
was-
talking about my research facility.
Oh, okay, yeah, you still
So
have
Yeah,
an
actually
that's right.
came.
Okay, so I still have a thing. Okay, do you guys know about, I think it's in northern, somewhere like really, really far north. I think it's in Iceland. There's actually like a facility underground, like in our world, that has basically the genetic coding of like every single living thing on our
It's like a
planet.
seed
It's
bank.
basically, yeah, it's a seed bank that basically, I think they actually call it the Ark. It's basically like the idea of the Ark. So like if anything were to happen, it's in this facility that like could withstand all these different things. So if there were some sort of an apocalypse type thing, like we would still have the genetic makeup to be able to like grow different vegetables and things like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we were going to leave Earth, there would be something sort of like that we had on our ship. So my project is we're gonna pick a kind of vegetable that we think would grow well in this setting. Let's pick like broccoli because that's kind of a superfood, and we're gonna start some broccoli farms and try to grow
That's so smart. I
some
love that.
vegetables.
That's too good.
Nice.
I like apocalyptic things.
draw on the map.
Okay.
Nick, how long for a broccoli project?
I feel it's pretty quick to plant the broccoli. I mean, it'll take a while to grow, but I don't know, like 3 weeks maybe?
3 weeks sounds good. So, Amy, you have the 8 of hearts.
An old piece of. Oh,
Z
can
has
you hear me now?
gluten
Yeah, I can-
proteins.
An old piece of machinery is discovered. Broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? An old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed and dangerous. How does the
Oh, man.
community destroy it?
I mean, we've already found a couple of old pieces of stuff, but is it something we've already discovered, or is it something new?
I think because we just found the ruins, it would be more, make more. Oh God, but it could go either way. Oh my goodness.
Decisions.
I'm trying to think. Is there too many good things? Let me think of something alien that isn't too bad. That would. Oh my god. I can't think of anything too terrible. So, let's just say that we found an old piece of machinery that resembles some sort of car or like hover something in this old ruins, and it's broken, but it might be repairable if we have like some of our engineers take a look at it and maybe see if we can use it as like some sort of hover car.
Like the flying ships in Atlantis.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, like the flying ships in Atlantis.
I'll stop now. I'm sorry.
So, yeah.
Oh, it's all good. It helps illustrate.
That's true. That's true.
Mentally. That's kind
Okay.
of what I think.
Okay. Broccoli. I like that.
I feel like you really just took the easy route with your broccoli there. So like literally just lines. I wanted to see some actual broccoli.
Oh. Well, I was the farm. It's like. Okay, I'll draw.
So,
I'll draw.
at the end of the project, you can draw the broccoli on there because there's.
That's true. It's growing. That's
Okay.
a good point,
Okay.
that's a
So
good point.
every turn I'll like draw a little bit of
Little
the.
spurt.
Okay. Cool.
Car. 'Cause it's
I will
like a
do that.
hover car.
Nice.
Pop culture encyclopedia.
There. Hover car. Yeah. I'm gonna discover something new.
All right.
And while we are fishing in the river, we found these sort of crustaceans that look like a sea urchin, kind of. And at first, they didn't think that they were like edible or useful at all, but they like excrete this liquid that they found gives them energy and like vitality if they drink it. Kind of like coffee, but it's like it also gives them
Coffee lobsters.
like vitamin D or something. So it has like
Coffee happy. Happy coffee lobster.
plus vitamin D in this like weird excretion that these crustaceans have.
So
Coffee
we're being
plus
over-harvesting the
antidepressants.
coffee lobsters.
Yes.
Squeezing them for their happy juice.
Milking.
You milk the lobsters. Or do you just
Milking
like
the
crush them
happiness.
up into
No, we're going to
No, they
milk
secrete
the
it.
lobsters.
Okay.
We're not going to crush them.
Aw.
Secrete it.
you?
Wait, so the lobsters here are like mammalian, kind of, right? They have milk, but the cows don't have
Lobster
milk. Right?
teats. Yeah, the cows look like lobsters. Yeah, they're like giant crustaceans.
And they lay eggs, like little fishy eggs.
Sorry, let me give our cows some lobster hands here.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so then it's my turn. Oh, okay, actually. So we still have like 2 cards left in spring. Do we want to do this over like 2 sessions, like come back to this map eventually? Or should I do the abbreviated version and remove some cards from the deck so we can go through this a little faster? What do you guys want?
I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I would be okay coming back to this.
I'd be
Okay,
I'd,
sure.
I'd be okay.
Let's keep
coming
going.
back to it.
Sweet. All right. So I got the king. Yes, king.
Yes,
So-
king.
A young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected. What is it? Or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done?
Oh no.
So, an old man, I am going to name him Ebenezer. Old man Eb. He confesses drunkenly one night and just very hyper off of crab juice. Fermented crab juice. It's a new craze. And
Oh boy.
that he was the one who accidentally led the jackals to the city where he was followed.
Oh no. Oh no.
So that's what he did. And I'm going to hold a discussion. What should we do about Old Man Eb?
Oh no.
Oh, that would have been a good discussion too, Amy.
We should rename the fermented crab. Zilk.
We so we're having a discussion about this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we should consult the AI. I think
Oh.
we should let the AI judge this man. Okay, ship.
Should we roll like a d20 to see how the AI?
Ooh.
Yeah, do it, Amy.
Yeah. R//R.
Slash R.
What does this even? What does that mean?
That's true. We should have decided beforehand.
Yeah, before we
Like,
roll.
let's say. Wait,
I'm assuming one. Before I rolled it,
One
I
is
was assuming
bad.
one meant kill
One,
him,
not bad.
and
Okay.
20 meant
Do nothing.
Deify him.
Oh yeah, deify him.
yeah, vilify, deify. Well,
So
maybe
middle
not
of the road.
deify, but
yeah.
He becomes the vessel for the AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the
Oh my
new-
God.
Oh.
That would have been so funny.
like,
But
did
we
you-
got kind of middle
did
of the
you roll?
road. So.
Oh, what did it roll?
Yeah, so I rolled a 9.
Hmm.
So maybe that would probably be like the ship says, don't harm him. He didn't mean it. He didn't lead them there by purpose. Let's all be, good people, but we should exile him because he shouldn't have lied, and lying is bad for society. So
Another group of people say, "Put him in the hole," and they dig a hole.
Take the whole. I think the science people, they want to like see if they can like probe his mind and find out more about the jackals from where he like had maybe encountered them, or like
Maybe
where
he's not telling the
they
whole
found
truth.
him. Yeah, exactly. So they want to like, probe him with probing things.
Nice.
I don't know. Do we have probes in our
Oh.
society?
I'm sure.
Just not a lot made of silicon, but we got all types of ropes. Okay, so you get
Solid.
the Jack of Hearts, Sage.
Jack of Hearts.
And
You see,
all the turn timers should go down on the projects.
Oh, our
Yes.
cows have come to fruition.
Oh, tell us
Yeah.
about these cows.
I think our broccoli is good now too.
The cows are. Should I delete this? Are beautiful and majestic as they roam the Zeet plains. Yeah, they look like large cows crossed with lobsters, and they use their lobster claws to like have no teeth, but they just like chop the zeet and then they just kind of
They're like beaks almost.
And then they suck it up.
How big are they? Are they like cow size or are they like
Yeah, they're like
ranker
cow
size?
size.
Okay.
They're like outside, so like huge for a lobster. And maybe we even start to learn how to like ride them a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're just also super delicious. They're really good with garlic butter. And, yeah, that's what we got. We got our protein source.
Nice.
Sweet. Yeah, and then Sage, you said that the broccoli's done.
The broccoli's done. Yeah. Yeah, I think growing it on this planet is a little bit different because it's just a different environment. So it's grown really, really big. So it's broccolis, but it's like the size of trees. So it's almost like you're walking through like this broccoli
trees.
Broxel trees. Yeah. This like, yeah.
Roxel trees.
So we have an endless supply of Broxel trees.
I love that. All right. Yeah. So as a reminder, it was the Jack.
Jack, you see a good omen, what is it? Or you see a bad omen, what is it? Oh my. Okay. Okay, so there's some sort of like a magnetic field around this planet. You're similar to the way that Earth does.
So
and there's
smart.
and there's some sort of like an effect that makes it look kind of like the aurora borealis that we can see at different places, but it's like this kind of reddish color instead of like kind of blues and greens. It's more like reddish and orangish or whatever.
Sky.
Yeah. Wait. What color is our sky?
That's such a good question.
Well, if the aurora borealis was red, does that like science stuff make it? Would our sky be?
I don't think it has any bearing on the color of the sky necessarily.
Okay. I have no
Every
idea.
color you want. I guess probably not red,
valid
or else you
question.
wouldn't see
Valid
the aurora
question.
borealis against the
Yeah.
red sky.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Sorry, Sage.
Okay, no, that's okay. That's okay. That's a good question. So the way that this aurora borealis like effect went, like the first time that it happened, it made the ship like glow really, really, really bright. It looked like it's kind of like halo light over it, and we took it as a good omen. That I don't know, I guess it doesn't say what the good omen meant. It's just a good omen. We're doing okay. No, just about like being, you know, kind of those sorts of things that we're doing. We took it to mean that like that's a good thing. Our farms and our like creating that sort of like established stuff.
Nice. Good portent for the broccoli trees.
Broccoli trees. Broccoli, our big broccoli trees.
Okay, and then do you have an action?
An action, yeah. You know what? I put this in here, but I didn't do anything else about it. So I put that we discovered these mines. So I'm going to start a project, and we're going to start kind of spelunking and traveling through these mines and see what we can find in there.
Oh, that reminds me, Amy. Have you played through the chasm in Genshin yet?
Oh, I haven't played Genshin. I actually started replaying Breath of the Wild.
So the rules in Hold a Discussion are
Okay,
All right.
my turn. We make a discovery and find a bunch of Genshin waifus.
A developer comes in and
and makes Genshin
Mihoyo
Impact.
sets out.
you just freaking wait, guys. Just wait.
It's like, this will stop them all from fighting. We'll just make them obsessed with digital waifus.
Digital
Perfect.
waifus.
Just like the real world.
You think I won't? Just wait.
Oh no.
So they're mining or they're exploring.
They're starting to explore and go deeper into the mines.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Derek suggested green sky. Green sky.
I like it.
Green sky?
Yeah. Yeah.
Green sky.
Green sky. Green sky.
Green sky.
Okay, so how many weeks for that project? Let's say 2.
Okay.
All right, cool. And then Amy, we move from spring into summer. And you have the 9 of diamonds. The 9 of summer.
A project fails. Which one? Why?
Oh no.
Which projects do we even
Something
have on the
goes
go?
foul.
We really only got the one.
Oh no.
Something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. Okay. So what are our current... okay, well, I could add any scarcity I want, actually.
We could have a terrible disease ravage the broccoli trees.
I actually was thinking that.
Oh,
but
no.
then we just...
I love the black
broccoli.
broccoli.
Yeah, we just got that, and I feel like maybe we need to add a new scarcity, but something that we would
What
use
if-
in our world.
What if all of our mammalian lobster milking juicing creatures all died to a mysterious disease, and so everyone's like
So everyone is
withdrawal,
sad.
a crazy
Oh,
withdrawal
juiced.
from the lobster
So-
juice.
That's
Everyone
okay.
is tired
Yes.
and sad.
So what's going to happen is, yeah, everybody is like addicted to this. What did we decide to call
This
it?
is the best stuff ever.
Zilk?
Yes, the
We're
Zilk.
crazy addicted to Zilk. You know, can't wake. We wake up and we think, gotta have my Zilk. You know, gosh, you don't want to see me when I don't have my Zilk. And
Zilk shops popping up on every corner.
one day, one
Zarbucks.
monster dies, and it has like this like fungus on it, and they don't think much of it, and then it happens like rapidly where they all of a sudden they all catch this crazy fungus, and they all die, and it wipes out the population that was at least near us. So we are without silk because we didn't find a cure.
Oh, I'm gonna put Zilk in
So
scarcity.
is it like actually like a chemical dependency? Like people
No,
showing,
I'm gonna
like,
say
serious
it's
withdrawal
like
symptoms?
caffeine. I'm gonna say it's
Like caffeine
symptoms.
withdrawals, yeah.
So yeah,
Alright, so it's like some headaches.
Which
and
I mean
crankiness,
is
but-
technically still.
Serious
Sure.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, man, cat? How you doing?
What up?
Ma'am,
Thanks for joining us, Keith. The crab's mate then die for the season.
Oh, like
And all the
I
wings die.
love that. So
Yeah.
maybe they don't realize this, but like,
So it's just like cyclical. There's like the springtime is Zilk season.
yep,
yeah.
yep. I like that idea.
So next time
they're
we'll
not
have to
all
learn.
dead. Just that's like how
They just spawned,
reproduce.
yeah. And
It's
now,
like salmon.
Also-
They came up here and then
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there will be more, we just don't know it.
I also like the idea of the cows mutating in the summer. They just suddenly get like 3 times the size and go berserk. And just
God.
that would be unfortunate.
That would be hilarious.
I'm gonna start a project.
Oh, nice.
So as a part of, I want to say like as a part of like our cyberpunk-ness, we have, I don't want to say, the only AI is on the ship, I guess, but maybe we have like some form of video games or something. I want someone who is smart in the society, but who's also someone who is like money driven
Oh, you
to
can
come up
create
with
someone.
or I can create someone. Okay. So there's like this money driven but like tech savvy person named Zev.
Us.
No, too many
Zev.
Z's. Too many Z's.
Zonathan.
No. Yeah, Zev is fine. Zev is fine.
It'll be an
And
actual Z
he-
instead of an X.
Yeah, with actual Z. And he creates this like interface program that you guys can use like on your like arm tech that creates like a digital waifu, but like it's like a projection.
It literally happened.
So it's kind of like in what's
Calls
the
out.
new-
Bye. Augmented reality?
No. I'm having a
Hologram?
brain fart.
Virtual
Hologram.
reality? VR?
Thank you.
Oh,
Like
hologram.
in the movie with what's his face?
Movie with space.
Ryan Gosling. Future Society 2040.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
So you
Thank
have a companion
I was having
hologram,
such
basically.
a brain fart.
That was a
Okay,
struggle.
So he had like a hologram girlfriend. So Zev came up with build your own hologram girlfriend. And so that's like his new project.
Oh my god.
And or boyfriend.
Companion.
Or they them, whatever.
They friend.
They friend.
Build your own friend, but maybe
Your
more than friend.
hologram that
Or
comes out
Zhao.
of your like
Yeah.
or Zhao.
I think Amy muted herself.
You
Oh.
muted again. Oh,
No, now you're back.
When I'm too far away, it like cuts out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's like
Kyle's
like,
out. He's like, I can't.
options that are
Because
already made.
I'm out.
Oh, waifus? There's options that are already made that you can choose from. Like, you know, there's a Zhongli and a Tartaglia and a Zhao and whatever. Like,
At
these
least,
are like
Una?
standards.
No, when I said
If you
Zhao, I meant
want.
like a cow. Like if they were
Oh.
furry.
I thought you meant Genshin, and I was like, oh yeah, you know that character?
You've been.
I will never play.
Okay, anyway,
Sweet
so
Boy
that's the
Seashell.
project. That's the project.
so we're working on this. Why
Is this
Zev.
anime inspired? It is now.
It is now.
Is this an anime?
Is this an anime? It's for morale, people.
Everybody needs anime waifu.
What's the
Even
maximum that we can
this
make
guy.
this project take?
Oh yeah, honestly, this would be a tough one. I'd say like, what, 5 weeks?
5 weeks? But we're a cyberpunk society. Zev
Okay.
is really smart.
Come on. Look at this. We have implants. You just beam the waifu straight into our
We
brain.
have
All right,
implants.
2
Just
weeks.
has to do the coding.
Oh,
2
how
weeks.
about 3 weeks? 3 weeks. Let's
3 weeks.
middle ground.
Okay, those better be some really
They
good ones.
gotta get the physics right.
Right, they gotta get it right. There's a lot
least
of
one week.
It's a lot of
Realistic.
programming, especially
Yeah,
with like
it's a lot of programming.
because it's all like totally
Yeah,
personalized.
and
It takes a lot of programming.
It's personalized. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I got the 3 of diamonds. So,
3 of diamonds.
3. So, summer is the time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. Or, summer is the time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest. Summer is the time of gathering might. So, oh, yes, I think that we are going to start turning all of these. So, okay, so what do we have at hand? We have a lot of hard metals. We've got this ancient alien technology. I think the project is going to be scouring through the ancient alien technology we found and seeing what weapons there are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how long do you think that would take?
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not very long.
Okay.
Right.
As long
I
as
mean,
you're
they
looking
would
for it, it's
probably
just-
have weapons, you know, pretty
It's
readily.
just basic
available.
weapons, and maybe not that long. But if you're looking for like bio weapons,
Can we get some like,
or, like crazy
cool
stuff.
wall cannons? We have a
Wall
cool
cannon.
tripped out like yeah.
How about like a genophage that just attacks the jackals?
Ooh. Chemical.
That's
warfare.
a sword. Every time I'm drawing something, I'm like, don't draw a penis. Like,
Oh my
You-
god,
you've
when I
kinda
was drawing the
sucked at it so
obelisk, I
far,
was
'cause
like,
there's
how do I
definitely
make
a
this
few
not
phallic
obelisk?
things on there.
yeah. When I was drawing the silo, I like stopped and started it like 3 times because I was like, it's,
It still looks good.
How do I make it not? It doesn't have
how do you
phallic
make us a non-phallic silo? It's impossible.
Man, I wish you could clip on YouTube.
How many weeks for these weapons?
2, I think.
2 weeks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I can take an action. Okay, or discover something new. Okay, I think I want to discover something new. I think that they discover within the Broxley tree forest that there is a new animal that's moved in, and they are very cuddly and cute. And they're like koalas mixed with kittens,
Oh
and
my god.
they
Coittens.
Coittens. And yeah, they love the smell of people, and they love just cuddling up against people, and everyone loves them, and it's bringing everyone together.
Really needed this after the loss of the Zilk.
Seriously, yeah. It's
Yeah,
really,
right.
it's really rallying people.
So Sage, your card is the King of Diamonds.
The King of Diamonds.
I feel like
Okay.
I might have missed. When is? I feel like I haven't drawn a card for a very long
Yeah,
time.
no, I
Oh
think
wait, did
we missed
oh
just now.
sorry,
we
I,
missed-
yes,
yeah.
Nick,
Yeah.
you have the King of Diamonds.
Not to swoop in there, Sage, but
No, that's okay. No, you're good. You're good.
just felt like it'd been a while.
Yeah, it is your turn. Good catch.
What is the King of Diamonds? A king. Okay, summer is fleeting. Discard the top 2 cards off the deck and take 2 actions this week.
Oh.
What?
Ooh.
All right, 2 cards in the burn
Damn.
pile.
In the bird pile.
Whew. Okay. Well. Action number 1. I think we need to have a discussion. We need to talk about the ship AI. Because it's been getting crazier. It started off just like a little wonky, but now it's like totally bananas.
Now it only talks in 80s lyrics.
It's never gonna give us up. It's never gonna give
We're
us
no
up.
strangers to love, yeah. Oh boy. So, do we keep like listening to what the AI is saying, or do we just decide that it's broken and we abandon our god, or
Yeah.
do we try and fix it somehow, or do we do maybe we have to do what the anti-tech folks are saying, and we have to like extract the AI from the ship and like manifest it in an avatar to save it or something.
Yeah.
Tech folks definitely think that that's what they should do, and we should use what did we call him?
I don't know,
Ebenezer.
but
Zeb or something, or
Zev is the
No,
techie guy.
Ebenezer. Yeah.
He's, we never really decided what to do with him.
That's right.
But maybe we could erase his mind and piece together the rest of the AI and download it onto his brain.
So this was the guy we exiled, right?
Well,
We
I don't
never
think we
did
decided.
anything. We just had discussions about him.
Oh,
Just had
okay,
discussions.
okay. Yeah, use the scarce silicon to try and fix
He
the
might
AI.
still be in the hole right now.
Yeah, I think one group wants to use alien technology to try to fix it.
Oh.
To
Oh,
interface
man.
it. Yeah. The
Yeah, so we
researchers.
take pieces of the artifact, the silicon artifact, and try and patch up our AI.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Make kind
I
of a
like that.
hybrid thing. Yeah.
The researchers probably are very much against that, though, because they'd be like, look at all the knowledge we've obtained from this alien artifact. We can't destroy it until we've discovered everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
So maybe they would be the ones that were like for abandoning this AI and
Yes.
saying like, this is a new world, it's a new beginning, and maybe this AI isn't relevant anymore.
The Free Thinker Society.
Interesting.
Okay. If I get to take 2 actions, then can I make an addendum that might inform our discussions here?
Sure.
Maybe the researchers find something else in the alien artifact. They discover that at the core of the alien artifact is an alien AI.
Oh,
Dun,
no.
dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which
Even more
they're
AI.
starting to be able to decipher what it's telling them as they've learned the language from the exterior of this artifact. And so now they're like, no, we cannot scrap this thing. This is a life form.
This is
It's gotta tell us how to ascend from this place. We should stop worshiping the ship, and we should start worshiping this thing. The ship is old and falling apart. Doesn't know this place.
Yeah, so we found that before our discussion, is what you're saying.
or during. I don't know if that
Okay.
matters too much. But
I
those are
think
the two actions. I
There's
guess.
definitely a group that wants to kill that AI and thinks it may have been the cause of why the jackals just ride around in their loud cars all the time instead of being an advanced society.
Yeah.
The alien AI.
Yeah,
Like,
cause
what
that
makes-
Maybe there's a group of people who want to like bring the two AIs together, like not
them.
like yeah, just like bring them and see if they'll communicate with each other.
Yeah. Merge the ship AI into the other one and see if we can create the ultimate artificial intelligence
Yeah.
and save our ship AI while we're at it.
Right. Or maybe just make like a two-part deity where it's like, you know, like a male energy and the female energy or something, and it's like, you know, different perspectives but the same sort of entity, kind of. We're creating a pantheon of gods, of AIs.
gods.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool. Okay, so
So moving
Sage,
from a, sorry.
you get the 7. Unless anyone
7?
else had anything to say on that.
Okay, introduce a mystery at the edge of the map.
Oh my.
Or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it and how does it go awry? Oh my goodness.
It's a couple
Those are,
things that we haven't been.
Yeah, we have a rich, fertile ground for this.
yeah, there's lots of interesting things there.
Demon cows.
Yeah.
We actually
Yeah.
haven't gone back to the prophecy at all either.
There's
We
so
haven't gone
much
back to the
map.
prophecy.
We're like, yeah,
And there's so much map.
yeah,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is, yeah, we have so much.
The prophecy's related to the AI, but I guess we don't know. Oh wait, did we find
No,
our
no,
weapons
it's-
yet? Or do we have another week for that?
No, we have,
We have another week. The mines, I think, are done too.
yeah.
Because that was my turn last time, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about that later. But first, we are going to introduce a mystery, and it's actually going to be kind of related to the prophecy. There was someone who was kind of exploring through the mountains, and they went kind of north up to the mountains, and they found this giant crystal like fortress thing, and they have no idea what it is.
Okay, it's different types of aliens,
Maybe.
maybe.
So, and it's, as of now, they don't know how to get into it, and they don't know what it means at all, but it definitely looks like it's something that was made by like a sentient being, not just like something natural. So maybe this is where those frost shepherds are coming from.
I love that we have like almost full page of map down below we haven't touched, and you drew.
We're just crammed into the top. Page.
Well, I
Figured
figured,
the map, to be fair.
I figured they would be coming from the north, like
Yeah,
from the
no,
mountains.
that makes sense. Yeah.
I kind of KO'd the sun, though. The poor sun. So here's our
It's still up there.
scary crystal structure.
Scary.
Scary.
Okay, and then I get to take an action. That was kind of a discovery, but kind of an action. Okay, let's discover something new further down on the map.
Oh my goodness. It's an
We're
ancient
gonna
discovery.
Do it.
It's an age of discovery. We found the river that goes by us. If you keep following it down, it goes into a big body of water that's like a super big lake. Yeah. So we have a lake down here now. Boop, boop.
Or some extra sweet windsurfing.
Yeah. Or like who knows what kind of creatures
right,
are in
thanks,
there.
sir.
Yeah. Lakeside property, you know.
The mother lode of milk prawns or milk.
Maybe
lobsters,
Zilk.
whatever.
Yeah.
Zilk, yes.
Maybe there's Zilk lobsters there. Maybe that's where they come from, and then they go upstream to respawn like salmon. Maybe there's a bunch
maybe
down
so.
there. And that's where they're all hatched down here.
Uh-huh.
No, they hatched up there and then go down. Anyway, so there's a lake down there.
That's awesome. Okay. So, Amy, you get the 8 of diamonds.
So someone tries to take control of the community by force, do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion, start a foolish project.
I love it.
Either of those would be great.
Yeah, we got lots to work from here. We got the naturalist faction. We got the science guys. We got the AI unifiers.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's gonna start an all-out civil war, huh? Or I could do like another outside force, just like a whole other.
Just
organization.
add in
Introducing
someone
new
else.
stuff. Who needs to tie up loose ends?
Just keep going.
I think I should probably continue with the cult instead of just like. My guess is that because the cult, they're gonna follow through with the idea, because in the end the community decided it was more of a standstill and nobody decided on what to do with the ship. So the leader of the cult, who I never named, I'm gonna name him Richard.
Richard.
Yeah, he goes by Dick.
Fucking dick.
So Richard,
He
he's
lives by
getting-
the grain silo.
he's getting pretty old, and he's getting, or like he's starting to age, and he's getting rather like upset that
Desperate.
nobody's doing anything. He's getting desperate, so they're going to kidnap Ebenezer out of the hole, and they're going to do this like mission to wipe Ebonezer's brain, and then put the AI, what fragments of the AI that there is in his brain. They're going to download it. To free the ship, to free the AI. And I don't know if that's like a project.
That
but
sounds like a
maybe it is.
project.
That
to
sounds like a
me.
foolish project to me.
So the foolish project is that, they've snuck into the ship and they're downloading the AI into this guy's brain. Hopefully.
Okay.
I think that would be. I mean, it has to be quick. Maybe that's like a
Yeah.
week-long project.
Yeah, or less, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just have
I guess
ideas
it's
to
like,
do
maybe it's like mostly prep.
Like,
And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Right.
So okay, yeah. And this week they're, getting the
They're
team
planning it.
together.
They're getting the
clandestinely
team together.
We're doing one more.
organized.
Yeah. I said I was out.
Oh, we have our mine and our weapons. I think both of us are
Yeah.
done with those.
Yeah. So how did the mining go?
The mining, okay, so they found that like whoever was living in the city before definitely was mining silicon, and there's not a whole lot left in the mine. It looks like, they kind of had a mother vein that they had mostly mined, but they realized that there's maybe potential if they keep digging that they could find some more. But they also found these creatures that live in the mine that are sort of like these like centipede, but like bigger centipede kind of creatures. So
Millipede.
yeah, except like they have the pinchers of the so yeah, so there's like a danger to going further, to going deeper, because there's like all of these like big centipede
Gross.
creatures. Yeah,
Those things.
icky.
Icky. Okay.
And what about the weapons?
Okay, so the weapons, they. Oh, I should have been thinking about this. Whenever it comes to me, I'm just like, I should have been thinking about this.
Same.
I think for the weapons, they find some that shoot a new type of matter that they didn't know about. And it just can cut through literally anything.
Sabers.
Yeah.
Lightsabers.
It's more like, but they take a long time to charge. So you get like one shot, like every 2 hours about, and they get about like, let's say 5 of these things out of there. And yeah, so they have these guns that can like kill anything, but they have a limited number of shots.
Interesting. Fascinating.
So, Amy, was at the end of your turn, or whose turn was it?
Yeah, because starting the project was part of the Foolish project was part of the card, right?
Yeah, so you get to take an action, right?
Yeah, take an
I
action.
think so. Yeah. I was not anticipating that.
You should have been thinking about it.
Yeah, but then if you're thinking about it, you don't listen to what other people say.
It's true.
Yeah. It's also fascinating.
Yes. So I am going to start another. I feel like we're starting so many projects, but I'm going to start another project. The natural people are going to send a peacemaker to try and find where the jackals live and see if they can find common ground.
All right. You guys thinking how many weeks for that one?
Gotta venture out to find the jackals, try and strike an
Yeah.
accord. Couple weeks.
Yeah. 3 or 4, maybe.
Yeah, 3
I
weeks
like-
sounds.
Okay, yeah, let's do 3 weeks. So if you could draw the little party on there.
Roll for goblins. Turns out jackals are goblins.
And
Sorry,
also,
you're
okay,
muted or something again.
so
They're
I
over here.
got the ace. So a contingent within the community demand to be heard. Who are they? What are they asking for? Or a contingent within the community have acted on their frustrations. What have they damaged and why did they damage it? Is it permanent?
So is the AI now installed within this guy's body?
Oh, it has been.
Yeah, because it's been a
1
week, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that was your turn, so I think
Yeah,
was that
I think at the end of my
Kyle's
turn.
Oh,
Then
okay.
they'll have done
Yeah.
that.
Oh, all right.
So, a contingent in the community demand to be heard, or they act out on their frustrations. Oh gosh, is it permanent? I'm thinking of something so stupid. Okay. So I think that a contingent that acts out on their frustrations is you have a group that is frustrated with the lack of attention that the alien AI is getting. So I think that what they're going to damage is the science center.
Oh no.
In an attempt to like access the AI or something?
Yeah, access the AI because they think
Oh,
that it is
no.
the superior AI.
Oh no, so they're like accidentally working against their
Oh
own
no.
names here.
And they're going to start a project as well as my action, which is they are stealing the alien AI and they are going off somewhere and trying to insert that into a person.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Calamity.
yeah. I'm gonna say Trix has offered herself up to be the embodiment of it.
Oh shit.
Oh damn. Okay.
She would.
So how many weeks should that
Trix.
take?
I mean, it's probably gonna take a while to like get through the security of the research facility, so it'll take some weeks to plan it.
Infiltrate the research facility
Yeah, and to get out of there
and figure out a way to then
unscathed.
implant that
Oh,
into
but isn't
Trix's.
Trix like on the inside though?
That's
Trix
true.
is
If
on the
Trix has
inside,
offered
that's
herself up, then
true.
it's like
I'd
at the
say
highest
that'd probably
levels.
take a week.
Yeah.
Planning.
Oh my gosh. This is so complicated.
Time to draw that then.
We're
Okay.
literally gonna have a battle between two machine gods, or not machine gods, two AIs,
Two flesh and blood
human
AIs.
possessed AIs. Or AI possessed humans, whatever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, Amy, your project finishes. How does it turn out?
Because I have 2 projects.
Oh,
Or
The-
3. I had the holograms.
The AI one.
And
All right, we got the
Oh,
white.
the hologram.
We got the
I'm just gonna
AI.
say that one does well, and it kind of like takes hold in the whole society. They all have their own hologram waifus and stuff.
Nice.
But the AI, I'm going to say it was successful. There is no shred of Epicaneser left. The AI did make it into the brain of Epicaneser, and it is wholly, like, it is so intelligent, and it has just, like, it's super intelligent. But because of the lightning storm and, like, all the damage to the ship, it can only communicate through song lyrics of 80s songs.
Yes. Yes.
So Epicaneser has the mind of a god because he's so smart, but he cannot communicate. He can
Does
only communicate.
okay?
He's never
so,
gonna give us up,
Like,
though.
if he wants to tell someone "take on me," does he have to hit that high note?
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to sing. It's more like,
Okay.
"Take on me,
Mm.
take on me." You know.
I love it.
Beautiful.
It's ridiculous.
Also,
Sorry.
Mary in chat said, "Why do I feel like Ebb is gonna fall in love with Trix in a wild turn of events?" I mean, we were gonna maybe create a pantheon of gods. So now
Yeah,
we're just
and you know they
here
gotta
now.
start somewhere.
And then after, like, once they get older, then we'll have to, like, implant the gods into another human, and then it's going to be, like, a new faction of, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Getting out of control.
So much.
It's not gonna matter. The frost shepherds are
my
gonna come and fuck it all up.
That's true. That's true. Oh my gosh.
Or will they? With our
This
AI
needs to be a
powered
novel. We need to
god
write a
beings,
novel
maybe
about all
we
this.
can fend them off.
Ebb sings like Shatner.
I don't even know how Shatner sings, but I can't
It's
imagine.
basically
it's
just
good.
like talking,
You
but like
are
dramatically.
Beautiful.
I was kind
Amy
of
said-
imagining that he just looks super like hair metal, you know, like he just like full up like business in the front,
he-
party in the back,
His his hair grew kind of wild while he was in the
like
hole.
got a little mullet going on, likes to wear neon colors and
Solid.
leopard print.
Solid.
Yeah, Amy,
What
was
What a
it the
beautiful
last of your
world.
projects?
Yeah,
One,
the project with the other dude is not done
This can
yet.
take a little
Oh,
bit.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nick, is it your turn?
I guess so. If it was just yours, I
just
guess it's
one.
fine.
I think I do.
Kyle just went.
Jack.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Jack.
Drick.
Predators and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Or predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Do not reduce project dice this week. What project dice? We're supposed
It
to be
means
rolling dice.
don't move it down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Right.
No,
So
'cause-
projects don't progress.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause
on
you're-
paper you would keep track of it with dice.
Got it. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Ominous circumstances. Suddenly, all of the fluffy koala cat creatures
Oh no.
disappear. They all disappear overnight.
Michael, get Wallace.
And so does Trix. Trix is gone with the koala creatures. No sign of them. No one knows where they went.
They knew who their god was.
They knew. They've been
Nobody-
new.
As the rumors are flying. They just, what?
Oh, is this like how everyone's like birds aren't real? They're just a government thing. It's like these catwallas weren't real. They're
They
just
knew all,
part of
they
the
knew
AI.
all the way along. They knew the whole time. Maybe.
my gosh.
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know.
They're
We
an
don't know.
extension. Or maybe it's like where the bees leave first before a disaster happens.
Oh my
Maybe-
gosh,
maybe
that
they're
is a bad
expecting-
omen. That is a bad omen.
That would be a bad omen.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so all the cute creatures leave
Birds are
overnight, and Trix disappears with them.
Oh, no.
Willingly or otherwise, we do not know.
We do not know.
We do not know. And for this week's action, it's going to be a project. We're going to start a project to track down Trix and the koala creatures. Where did they go? What do they want with her? What's wrong with them? We don't know.
We don't know.
All right, Trix going to come back with a fur coat.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yikes. Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, that's what happens.
Gosh.
I don't know how many weeks it'll take to find them.
Oh, let's. How about we roll a d6? Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
kind of could be.
It's
yeah.
kind of up in the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That'll be done in 4 weeks.
Okay. All right.
4 weeks. So what does that mean for Kyle's project now? Of downloading the alien AI into Trix. Is that on hold now?
Oh,
Plans
I
in
think
shambles.
I think that we should.
I'd like to think that it happened.
Oh, did it
Yeah,
happen before she left?
Did it happen and that's what made her leave? Okay.
I think we'll find out that in 4
In 4
weeks when she
weeks.
comes back.
When we find Trix. Oh.
Okay, but I'll think about it.
Thickens.
I'll decide, and then when it gets time. So,
Okay.
do you want to draw the search party there, Nick?
Yes. Okay. Search party is gonna go
And
out
while
to
you're
the
doing
wilds.
that,
This way.
Sage, you get the 6.
The 6. Okay. Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many and how are they greeted? Okay, I think. All right, so there was a sentry that was on our big wall here, and he saw sort of like across the river. He caught sight of a party of jackals. And after he saw the jackals there, then they started kind of seeing them like on the terrain throughout the area. So they feel like the jackals have maybe been there the whole time and they just haven't noticed them. But there are definitely like jackals keeping an eye on all of them. And maybe they're not in a position, like after the war that they had with the jackals, they're not really in a position to like attack them quite yet, but they are definitely keeping an eye on them. Okay, so what was the, hold on, it was the 6. Why are they a threat and how are they vulnerable? Well, the jackals, I mean, we did battle them before. They are less primitive than us. That's kind of, I guess, how they're vulnerable, is they don't have our technology, but they know the lay of the land far better than us. So they are still definitely able to sort of find the high ground, find places that are good to battle, and figure out ways that could hurt us. And I think like the jackals have been watching us to gather information and find out what our weaknesses are. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Threatening.
Threatening.
Ominous.
Did that include your
Dangerous.
action?
No, that did not include my action. Okay, but I think because we saw the jackals, we are going to start a project again, and we are going to build some sort of projectile weapons on top of our wall here, and they won't be as powerful as the ones. Yeah, more. Not quite as cool and powerful as Kyle's, but just as many as we possibly can. We're gonna build our cannons here on top of our wall.
Nice.
Cannons. Yeah, I'm all right there.
Jackals can use basic tools. Yeah, I assume they can. They're just not as crazy advanced.
Yeah.
So, how many weeks for these cannons? 4?
Sure.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
No objections. Okay, Amy, your
Tell
card
us.
is the 5.
Which is early. What led to its early completion? Oh. The weather is nice and people can feel the potential all around them. Start a new project. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jaime says, what happened with the waifus?
They got finished and they were good.
And it was good.
Good.
That's right.
They're good.
Society.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole society. I might actually start a discussion about that.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay.
Great.
I hate to do this, but a project finishes early, and I'm going to say that the jackals kill the. They kill the envoy.
The envoy. Oh, that went to go find peace. How much? How long until? How many more turns for the envoy?
So the envoy
Following that.
it's been there for 2 or 3 weeks. No, because I started it last time, so it's
4
been 4
weeks.
weeks.
4
Oh,
weeks.
so
Okay.
It would have.
It's not early at all.
That's not
Or
early
was
at
it?
all.
I don't. I
Okay.
remember how. Yeah, we said it was 4
No.
weeks, didn't we?
No, it wasn't early. No, so it already finished. Okay, so what other projects do we have going on right now? Is it just the search party?
We have the search party. We have
The cannons.
the cannons.
I think that's it right now.
The search party ends early because they find all the koalas, cat koalas, and Trix hiding in a false mountain that used some sort of like cloaking technology. But like someone tripped over the cloaking device, which like
What's this secret
turned it
mountain
off.
based
Mountain.
on?
Yeah. So, what it is instead is a secondary alien, like, technology area. Like an alien base, let's say. And so Trix went there with the koalas to the alien base. I don't know if I don't want to say why yet because I want to leave that up to Kyle though.
Okay.
Okay.
I have so many questions. Did she download the AI and the AI told her to go there? Were the koalas complicit in this?
Is
Did
this
she just
from
like
the
fuzzy-
ancient
The koalas may
aliens, or
have
is
led
this-
her, or maybe she is the AI or something. I don't
They
know.
were following her.
So
Like the Pied Piper.
So when you look into this area, you see all the koalas working at little stations, typing away.
We've been played. We've been taken for food.
Oh no!
by the
And they know
koalas.
everything about us.
Trix has like all these plans all over the place, and you can see that the light in her eyes has gone out, and she moves and talks in a very mechanical way.
You look in her eyes, it's just the Matrix falling.
Yeah, exactly. Does anyone in this search party like speak or read the alien language?
I'd want to say it was probably. Oh no! That's on Nick.
That's on Nick.
I'm going to say probably yes. Like at least one of them would have some knowledge because the other researchers might be the ones that are the most invested in finding tricks, right?
That's true.
So,
And they don't know what they would come up across, so it would be a good idea to have somebody.
yeah.
So that person realizes that Trix is working on a plan to either stop all radio signals and other signals from this planet going out into the solar system, or destroy all technological advancement from our current society, because Trix is afraid of a previous apocalypse that occurred here, which was an alien civilization getting word of an advanced civilization here and stomping it out.
Oh boy. And so Trix in this case is being guided by the AI who says this is the upcoming apocalypse you have to avoid. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And then who was the one doing the...
Um,
Interesting. Okay.
What a twist.
So for my action, I'm going to start a discussion. What are we going to do about the fact that these waifus are so amazing that the community isn't really having sexual relations, and we need to repopulate. So, what are we gonna do about these waifus? You know, like they're too waifu-y. Like people don't.
Love how they're just, you can't. I love how like the fate of this civilization is lying in the balance of this rogue AI that's taken over this scientist's brain. It's like, damn waifus though.
Okay, but people are repopulating because the waifus are too, great. So.
So we have to kill the waifus. We have to kill the program.
No, but everybody loves the waifus.
So
it's
yes,
hard to say.
There's a scientist who says, you know what, maybe we should start a project so that we can project our waifus onto our partners.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people really agree on that one.
What about the people in the slums, though? They would probably not like the
They're
waifus.
anti-waifus.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the people in the slums
They're super
would want to ally with Trix and her anti-tech because she wants to end all the technology to try and protect the civilization. So they now decide maybe that like they would be, and they'd be very anti-waifu, but you definitely have a contingent.
Maybe they're anti-waifu, but they also are okay with everyone else being with the waifu because it's keeping them distracted, so they can kind of do their own thing.
Oh yeah, so they're repopulating themselves.
Themselves, yeah.
Yeah.
So
by the way, that's part of their way of life. So they're like super. They're like, oh, everybody get pregnant, kind of thing.
And then you have a contingent of very sweaty, fedora-wearing individuals. No, but like some people who are like, no, like this waifu, like I love her. I love her, or I love him, and like I will die for them. And so they are like ready to like literally murder to protect their waifus. They will murder the naturalists. They will murder Trix and her koala squad. They'll murder everyone to protect their waifus.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be some older people that didn't really understand the waifu stuff. And they're the ones that are like, hey, we need to repopulate, and you guys are not having sexual relations.
You are not having sexual relations with
that one. Oh man.
Oh, good discussion. So I got the 4. I think this might be our penultimate summer card. The oldest among you dies. What causes the death? Or the eldest among you is very sick. Caring for them and searching for a cure requires help from the entire community. Do not reduce project die this week. So the oldest among us dies, and it's because they tried having sex and their body just couldn't handle it anymore. Because that was the new fad, the new thing everyone was pushing.
That one of the anti-nature guys that just like ripped out all their stuff and.
Yeah, he was very new to it, hadn't really acclimatized, and so yeah, it's a little.
Wait, hold on 1 second here. Okay, so we have the anti-technology guys who took the AI from the ship and put it into
Trix.
Ebenezer. Ebenezer was the one who
led the jackals to us.
Right, who accidentally led the jackals, but he wasn't really remarkable other than that, right?
No.
Okay.
They just didn't know what to do with him, so they're like, well, let's just wipe his brain.
Right.
Use him.
But like he's a
blank vessel.
Yeah, he's as good as dead
Oh
anyway.
wait, was Ebenezer the eldest?
He was old, yeah, because
That's older, yeah.
it says an old man confesses to past crimes.
I think he's already dead if an AI is controlling his mind.
That's true.
That's
He's
a
not
good
But at the
point.
same time, old
He's brain
people
dead, at least.
are still, like, they have the age of 35, though.
Yeah.
He's old, but he's still, like, 35.
Unless they ripped out his
they
implants.
ripped out his implants when they took him
But
over.
they needed to keep the implant in there because of the AI, though.
Because of the AI, so it works for him.
Yeah, I think
Conflict
someone.
of interest for those guys.
The person who died was not Ebenezer. It was
Okay.
some other person.
Some other rando.
Yeah, who rapidly aged and couldn't handle
Just
their
couldn't keep it up.
erection. Yeah.
Could not keep it up.
Yeah, he lost blood loss, whatever, or
Oh
something.
boy.
Heart
Yeah,
attack.
they just too
Heart
much
attack.
blood taken away from the head.
Yeah.
And they just
Was it
passed out,
the
never woke up.
the guy who like came and was like the evangelizer? Because he was really
Yeah,
old.
he was the
guy who
leader
came.
of the nature guys.
Guy.
The guy who
Well,
came, yeah, he didn't come. That's the
was-
problem.
He was
Oh,
really
true.
old, so it could have been him. I mean,
It could have been him.
Yeah, I think.
But he would have to spin it in a way that like was a good thing for his followers, you know?
Yeah,
I think
literally.
the followers would spin it in a good way. Like he died
Yeah.
doing what he loved.
He died fucking. He just.
Is he one of these like skeevy cult members
Bangs.
who has like all these young people around him?
Gosh.
Boy.
It didn't start out that way, and he was very respected, but the power definitely got to his head. Because literally, that's what it always
Got to his head.
Got through his head. Good lord.
What is even happening?
Okay, so
Yeah,
I feel like I should start a project. So Ebb is going to try to
like so behind me.
convert people into being like him.
Sorry, who is?
Ebb,
Ab.
Who is Ab? Oh, Ab.
He's the AI guy.
Right.
the ship
The
AI.
ship AI.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the ship AI is going to try to get people to replace their consciousness or substitute or add on to their consciousness with a copy of his own.
Oh. Trying to
Oh
replicate.
no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
And so I think there's maybe like 4 or 5 people who are up for it. And that's the project.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
They all gonna speak in 80s lyrics or just Ed?
They
Well,
will definitely.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll see. how it
Definitely.
turns
Maybe
out.
like
It might be
every other
decades. Yeah, how many weeks should that take?
I mean, if they're willing, it probably wouldn't take long at all.
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably take a week.
We established it didn't take long to get the ship AI into.
Yeah.
so-
And these are probably like the most devout of his followers.
Okay, I'm going to say 2 weeks because they probably don't have access to a lot of technology and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, oh, yeah, Sage. You get the 2.
The 2. All right, number 2. Someone new arrives. Who are they? Why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who and what are they looking for? Let's get another AI. No. That's cool. Sorry, I'm watching you draw that. Did we ever find out what happened with the envoy that was going to meet with the jackals?
No, we didn't actually.
That was on my end.
Oh, it sounded like he was here.
I think that the envoy went well, but not. They did accept him into the society a little bit, but not wholly. Like he has to prove himself, and yeah, he hasn't proven himself yet. So maybe he just went back and told them that how they live. Maybe I'm imagining them living like the Sand People in Star Wars.
Okay.
It was like Boba Fett taken in by the Sand People.
Yeah.
Kind of
Aw.
situation.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like they didn't trust the envoy at first and they treated him like crap, but maybe he saved
He saved one of their kids.
one of their kids. And they kind of were like, all right, well, we won't hate you. But he has to prove himself.
Okay. Okay, so I think because this envoy saved someone, maybe it was like not from like a beast or whatever, because they would kind of know more about that than we would probably as like this new civilization living here. But he had some sort of medicine with him that saved one of the kids from some kind of a disease that they generally don't know how to say, like, how to save people from. So someone new arrives, and it's one of the jackals from this community, and it's another kid, not the kid that he saved, but another kid, and that disease has spread to other people in their community, and so they come kind of under a white flag looking for this envoy to get medicine for their tribe.
I love it.
So now we have a jackal here who is trying to get medicine from us.
Okay. So is that your card?
That was my card, yes. Someone new arrives and they're in
Nice.
distress.
This is the
Okay.
last action because that was the last summer card, and I think we're gonna
Oh,
stop
boy.
after that.
Okay. We gotta do something about the secret mountain tricks situation here. So
So the pro waifu guys would want to stop Trix and go. Who else though? What is Ebenezer's take on Trix and the whole
that's a good
anti-tech
point.
stance?
That's a good question.
I'd like to think that Ebenezer. Okay, so sorry. Let me refresher. So Trix wants to get rid of technology because of a prophecy.
To
Or
avert
stop
a
the radio
prophetic-
waves to stop other aliens from coming in to destroy this civilization,
Okay.
from knowing that they have a civilization here.
So I want
Yeah.
to think that Ebenezer is like the opposite of how Trix thinks, and he thinks that, or the AI thinks that they need to continue to improve and like.
For what it's worth, though, Ebenezer was created by the anti-tech guys, right?
Although they
So
didn't know what the
I'd like
AI
to
would think, though.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so I'd like to think that they freed the AI by like putting AI into a body, but that he was like, thanks, bye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
well,
now
you
they're
guys are
like,
idiots.
what have we done? Exactly, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he rebelled completely against him as like pro technology, like pro advancement.
There we go.
Alright,
I
okay.
mean, you did start that on the Start a Foolish project card, so yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
that's
very
pretty
foolish on their part.
Yeah, that backfired.
Okay, so Eb is now kind of against the naturalists group and would be against Trix.
What a twist.
The waifus would be against Trix.
So
Oh, the
Ebenezer
waifus.
becomes the leader of the waifu
Researchers.
faction.
Yeah, Zev actually puts like
Oh my
propaganda speech into like the waifu's like dialogue.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you know what I really hate? Trixie.
There's like slander ads of Trix, like drawn really
God.
terribly and really
Trixie
ugly,
makes
like
waifu cry.
goodness gracious. Yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be a group of extremists from these the waifu followers and Eb's followers who are gonna try to blow up the mountain base
This is a project.
and just destroy all of it. Yes, we're gonna try to do.
With the koalas there.
The koala.
Evacuate the
Did we
koalas.
ever establish what the deal with the
betrayed
koalas
us.
is? Like they're just.
I mean, they're working for Trix now.
Okay,
So.
just
what
what's
if
their-
the
what's their
koalas are
They do
like
data
from
input.
Guardians of, or from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or the mice are really smart secretly?
That's true.
Sure.
That's
It's
true.
like because the koalas were watching us just like the mice.
They were.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They were. They're like, oh, we're gonna be cute, and you're gonna just talk around
We're gonna
us, and
find
we're
out
gonna hear
everything."
everything. Exactly. Exactly. And now they're reporting to the alien AI. So now we're gonna have a bunch of people who are trying to blow up the mountain.
All right, draw it and
A hollow mountain base.
Okay.
We need to build or draw. a
Yeah,
hollow
we didn't
mountain
try the
base.
mountain base. I'll draw the mountain base. I'm gonna do it in like.
code.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably get rid of the search party.
gonna
and
do
Oh,
then-
that's
like
true.
a-
Yeah, let me delete this.
Here, I'm gonna draw it kind of like in dotted lines because it's cloaked some of the time.
yeah.
When it's not, when someone didn't trick the cloaking device. Boop. Oh, that didn't. Stop. There we go. Sorry, my mouse, like, if you drag and accidentally
Code
keep drawing.
walls. That's terrible.
Okay, and then we're gonna
I
draw
love
some little people surrounding the mountain because they want to blow it up. Me.
So how long is that project gonna take?
I mean, they
I'm
gotta
thinking
get
at least
there.
3 weeks.
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
gonna
using
take a
the
little while.
railguns or the cannons?
Oh snap! Who was it that found those?
The ray guns? I think it was like the science people.
Okay,
Whoever went into the ruins, right?
yeah.
The alien weapons.
I'm gonna draw little sticks of dynamite. So would some of those people be part of the extremist group that is trying to do this, and would they have those guns?
I don't know. I feel like,
don't
well,
know,
okay, so the
bruh.
people who are researching the alien AI with tricks to start with, they would probably believe the prophecies because they saw it firsthand, right? They saw the artifact.
Right.
And
Yes.
they read that stuff.
And the
Right.
Nephros would, of course, be on their side too. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like the waifu cybertech people plus Ebuchadnezzar and his crew that are
Okay.
animatrix. And
Okay.
then the scientists plus the naturalists that are
Okay,
having
so
to-
they probably don't have the ray guns.
Allies
then.
of necessity.
Yeah.
Allies of necessity.
Okay. So they're just gonna try some old-fashioned like dynamite and other like weaponry that they already had access to. So they're gonna try to destroy the mountain base.
Yikes.
Yay!
Boy, and that has been 2 seasons.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've done.
What have we
Spring and
wrought?
What have we done?
Yeah, that was a lot for 2 seasons.
That
That was a
half a
lot.
year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot
Moral of the
development.
story, we should not create worlds together.
Okay, so I think the way this has to go is once we finish this, then we have to do like a role-playing campaign in this setting.
Oh no!
Hell yes. Yes, 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 yes.
You gotta pick
no,
a point in the
no.
timeline and roleplay.
There would be so many fun little role plays that you could do, like the cow lobster farmer, just like out
Oh
with
my
his
gosh,
cow lobster.
Yes,
Be a
a humble
windsurfer.
milk
Oh.
silk farmer.
Yeah, or
the
like the
naturalist
Broxel
and
trees.
The
Yeah.
Broxel tree, the naturalist
Brox-
orgy organizer.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Milking the lobsters for silk.
Be a
Boy.
windsurfer.
Yeah, the
The
windsurfer.
windsurfer.
Windsurfer, bro.
Totally, bro.
Totally. The Ice Fortress of Solitude up here.
Yeah.
Or the tricks with the AI like going through our eyes.
The question is, is any of this going to survive the coming of the frost
Right.
Oh,
shepherds?
I don't know. That's hard
Winter
to
is
say.
coming. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and we have our little jackal friend who's asking for help now too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Should I
can you
draw that? It
him?
wasn't-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, we don't forget.
I could
Yeah.
totally imagine
Oh
one
no,
of the
now
factions,
I have to draw a jackal.
one of the factions trying to manipulate the jackals into supporting their side in this
Oh,
civil
no.
war that is
Oh,
erupting
no.
here.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the quiet year.
They're withholding medicine to coerce the jackals
Oh,
into
but
either attacking the mountain or
Jackal.
destroying the civilization.
Oh no.
So
Alright, here's our
this
jackal.
this jackal will have a leather jacket, right?
Jackals.
Snapping.
I love the jackal.
There's just a bunch of greaser jackals.
There's my jackal.
Can you imagine sucking out the crab juice? Just looks like people making out with the crabs. Well, the crabs are actually the cows, aren't they? Or,
Yeah, so they have little crab teats.
wait, those the small ones?
Wait, so I thought
I
that
thought
there were
the ones
two
in the water
different
are like
crabs.
mammalian, right?
Oh, there's
They're
two
actually
different
kind of
crabs.
mammalian. Yeah, well, there's the ones in the river that make
That died. That we don't know.
But-
what
Yeah,
oh,
they
but
spawned
those
and
are
they
those are
died.
more like lobsters. Those aren't crabs.
Oh. And then the cows are crab cows? Crab cow.
Yeah, that's why. Don't you see their little?
Yeah, I see the
Enemy
pinchers. Yeah.
crabs.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
And the
God.
cows lay eggs, right? But the lobsters were more
Yeah, that's right.
mammalian.
Yeah,
Yep.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, they have natural
Goodness.
birds as well, which is very odd to see.
It's very painful.
Boy,
Oh, boy.
I come back to this, like, I don't know, next week or some other time and be like, what the fuck were we doing? I don't. how
What
did
kind of
any of
effed
this
up
happen?
society did we come
Why is there a skateboard?
The alien technology we never went back to. You're like,
yeah.
whatever.
Hover
the
cars, who
cars,
needs them?
right?
Whatever.
Hover cars is an autumn thing. Like,
We still
It's
have
an
half a
autumn
year, yeah.
project.
It's an autumn thing.
yeah. I think one
Yeah.
cool thing we didn't really touch on is the fact that like all these buildings are empty and deserted. Like one
Did we
thing I,
decide that we had built the buildings, but then a bunch of people died in the Jackal Wars? Or did we decide the buildings were there to start with?
I thought we decided that we built them and then
We
people
built
died.
them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
But there's like a whole alien.
built
There's
this
like over
city.
here. Whole alien.
Is that an 80s song?
Yes, that's
Yeah, is that 80s?
Ebenezer.
This area right here with the obelisk, that's a whole abandoned alien society right there.
Yeah.
That hasn't been.
Right.
Hasn't
Looked
been
into it.
discovered except the hoverboard thing that we didn't
Somehow
look
hover
into.
related to Trix and her prophetic AI. And
Why can't
and
I?
those
Why
Maybe.
can't I delete this?
You have to select it.
I don't
Here,
know.
I'll see if I can.
Oh, I think you have to select all of it. Like you have to go.
This isn't a mountain. It's a skate park. Dude, no.
No. Oh no. Okay.
Control Z. You can Control Z.
Oh, you can control Z.
Yeah, actually, maybe
Can you just control Z and get rid of the
Z.
circle? Yeah.
The circle.
Do it.
Trying to-
The circle.
The Zilk and the circle. Broccoli.
Okay, you know,
We
I'm
can
gonna have
just
to
keep
redraw.
Control Z. Control Xing.
Oh my gosh.
I have to redraw some of these cities here, these alien cities.
Zitties.
Cities.
Baked Z. Yeah, because like one thing I was
Baked
thinking about,
cities.
like, if this is cyberpunky, is it like, did the city just like used to be like, God, what's the name of that movie that Amy couldn't think of?
Blade
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner, yes. That I couldn't think of either. Is it like Blade Runner where there's like a bunch of ramen shops with neon signs and stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like there would have
Abandoned,
to be, yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Maybe.
run down, yeah. Like there's a whole bunch of neon signs and like the signs still kind of flicker on and off sometimes, but like most of them are empty and there's like one or two that are still running.
And it's like rusty and
Yeah, very dingy, very
How
like
long ago were the wars against the Jackals?
Oh, I think
Like
it
last
ended
winter,
at the
right?
beginning of the war, or at the
Yeah.
beginning of the year. Yeah.
yeah.
And then I guess, how long have we been settled here for? And how long did the war go on?
Oh, we don't know. We haven't
We don't
decided.
know. We never had a discussion about that.
Decades. It would have had to be a while to build up a big old city.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. It would have to be.
Yeah.
Unless,
So did we know about the
unless on
jackals
ship we
before?
brought, like a
like-
pop-up society
Just had water.
that
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
There you go.
Well then,
Well,
that was something.
I feel bad for people joining like right now or like a few minutes ago. They're like,
We
Wow.
were
what
there
the
for
Okay.
10 years, then we would have had children, and we don't have children in the society, really. Well, we kind of do.
We kind of do. We said we didn't have like old people because
We didn't
they're
have old- we had
yeah.
teens, I feel like. Those were our
like
young
teens.
kids.
Yeah.
So, and we haven't really talked about babies or, kids. Or
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
talked a lot about trying to make babies.
Talked a lot about baby
Yeah.
making.
But like as soon as
And lack
like
of
do you
baby
get an implant like as soon as you're born or is it something that happens like a little bit older?
I feel like you probably wait until you're
A
older.
yeah.
Maybe like around 10 or something like that.
And then you start to get the implants.
Yeah, who knows?
So there's going to be a revolution of like,
It's like a rite of
8-year-olds.
passage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe having it at birth could help them develop better.
Yeah, that's
develop
true.
quicker. Yeah.
Maybe because of their lack of silicon here, they have to recycle implants from people who die.
Oh.
So like you get bequeathed implants from, but no one dies, I guess, because of the implants. So
Yeah, no.
maybe
it
the young
doesn't
generation
implants.
doesn't get implants.
What if they have like Neuralinks, and when you get a recycled one, it has some of that person's memories?
Yeah, that'd be kind of messed up.
Yeah, that's messed up, especially for a child. You
It's
just-
like your
oh,
coming of
here's
age ceremony where you
old
just get
random
implanted with
memories of
some
some
like
random dude.
granddad's memories.
Right.
Yeah. Ugh.
They died a horrible death, and now you get to relive it in your nightmares. Ugh.
God.
That's not nice. But
Yeah,
we're
maybe
kinda
they
cool,
just aren't
'cause, like,
getting their silicone implants.
Then like
Yeah.
these implants are like sacred and get passed down through generations and generations. So you have like, 1,000 years of ancestral memory implanted in your brain when you turn
Memories.
13 or
I
something.
feel like that's too much of it for any.
I mean, that
human
wouldn't
to-
happen here,
That's
but
cool.
it'd be cool,
fathom.
cool setting. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
That's
that's
like
like on the
the-
homeworld that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
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 Crazy,
Crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, sci-fi, interesting choice.
I like this game. This is
I
So
knew.
much fun.
That's pretty crazy. And like we were pretty well, aside from maybe the waifus and the windsurfers and the lobster milk, but aside from that, and the giant
The
broccoli
cows
and
and the cows
lobster
with
cows
giant
and
lobster claws. Or
the cat
crackles.
koalas. Yeah.
And the cat koalas that are gay.
Koala-
and
Oh,
those-
never mind. I was gonna
koalas.
say-
Wait, yeah, what's the rest of that
I was gonna
sentence?
say we're pretty reserved about like it's all pretty within the realm of like like we didn't go totally bananas. You could go a lot crazy. You could go a lot crazy.
You could.
I mean, we
You
could have
could. Some
gotten
of it was
insane.
practical.
Yeah, we could have gone even crazier. But we still have a whole 2 months to go.
That's
into.
true. A lot can happen. In
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
whole bottom of the map that we still.
What's down there? I imagine
What's
that's
down
the Zeep plains, but maybe not.
Yeah. We're too involved with our waifus. We didn't even bother with like looking around.
Yeah.
Can you blame them?
No, not at all.
What's this little town here on the bottom left of the map?
That's the
That's the
where it
jackals.
was. Jackal.
Oh,
And the envoy that
jackals.
went there and then got accepted into their
Yeah.
society.
Oh, cool.
And now our little jackal, who is apparently much bigger than the little envoy.
It's perspective.
It is. Yes, we're closer to the city, so we're bigger. Although my people up here are pretty big too.
Yeah.
Derek says giving a child a person's implant and they remember being married to another member of the society. Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like you get implanted with someone
It's
dies.
like Deep Space
are you
Nine,
expected to
like
marry
Dax,
their widow?
yeah.
Because you have their implant now? But you're like 13 and
Well,
they're like 200.
according-
That's awkward.
Well, according to Star Trek, you're actually not supposed to. And there's actually like a rule that like when you get implanted like with the new Trill, that like any of your connections from the previous life, you're supposed to ignore them. So even if you do
Oh.
like,
Right.
so like even if you meet somebody who was your spouse in a
have to
previous
be
life,
like,
you're supposed to like
I
no,
don't know you.
yeah, yeah, because
Even
you're supposed
though
to start over because the
You
point
know
of
all
it
these
is to
secrets about them.
right, because the point is to live a new life.
Yeah.
So you
that's
can't
messed up.
cross over. Yeah,
Messed up.
yeah. There's a whole episode about it. It was really sad.
Aw.
Which
Just-
series was
But
that?
Deep Space Nine
Ah,
with
Deep Space
Jadzia
The dark
Dax.
one.
Yeah.
But it's also like if you have the ability to do that, it's messed up to not do that, right? Like you're letting this
Yeah.
person die completely.
yeah.
That's true.
If
I
you
don't
don't.
know.
What's the state of the ship at the moment now that the AI is
Good
gone?
question.
That's
Good
so
question.
true.
Oh,
Do we
yeah.
care about? Can we scrap the ship for
Yeah, maybe
parts
let's
I'd say
scrap
now?
the
it's
ship
probably
for
scraps.
silicon or something.
They
like
Because
that.
if we
Scrapped it.
if we worshipped the ship, it was more about the AI than the actual ship. So now the ship
Oh,
is
yeah.
just a shell.
A giant shell.
Yeah. How does the rest of the society like view Ebb? Like it wasn't
Well,
really
I
his
don't
They
think
fault.
we
worship
had a
Ebb now?
discussion over that.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we never did.
Yeah.
Does everyone worship him like they worship the ship, or is it more of like a this is some sort of corrupted?
Right, there are people like, he's an imposter.
Yeah,
Who killed our god?
yeah, exactly.
Maybe Trix will weaponize those kinds of sentiments against Ebb and his
No.
revolutionaries.
Waifus.
Or his waifu.
Lemon is Daniel Blake.
Waifu gay.
Gosh.
Oh
so
boy.
much.
Oh boy.
So much.
So many questions, so few answers.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so much
Tune
going
in
on.
next time.
Yeah. Did you guys want to next week? Do you want to play this, or do you want to do Desert Nights?
I feel like we need to conclude this.
Okay.
I feel like if we don't, we're just gonna forget what the hell was
Yeah.
going on.
That's
Okay.
so true. If we
Then-
like don't come back to this for like a month,
be
we're
like,
gonna
what
be
does this
like, what
stick
the
figure
fuck?
mean?
Yeah.
A foul-looking
Who's this
object,
weird
too.
falcon?
It's all just a bunch of penises. Like, who
Wait, didn't we
knows?
have a guy named who was Richard?
Richard is the Dick. He's the
He
leader
died.
of the natural guys. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Dick
he
died.
Dick died. Dick
doing
died.
what he loved.
Lord.
Oh boy.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys from The Whitest Kids You Know, he died recently. But like
Oh,
it was this big joke that he was like, when I die, please go around and tell everyone that like I died doing what I loved. Like which is like he was like, okay, I want the headlines to read local sex bot dies like trying to give himself a blowjob or something. And so like whenever it comes up on the internet, people just like spread that around. It's like,
Hilarious.
oh,
I've
he
seen
died
it.
doing it.
It's
What
he
a
would have
beautiful
wanted.
legacy.
It is. Yeah.
Derek says, I want to play. Do I need to start some more channels being considered? We've never really talked about that, or like, I don't know, bringing in other people. I don't know. That'd be a discussion we'd have to have, I guess.
Yeah, like maybe we could have some like fan streams where fans can come in, but who knows? Like I know that in terms of like permanent number of players, like we're at a good number. Things can really slow down when you add more people.
Get really complicated.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, maybe cameos in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, fan stream could be fun.
Yeah,
We have somebody
I
jump
think
in.
that'd be cool.
I'll let a fan DM a session.
Oh yeah, I
Just
can
watch it
play.
and go to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle can play.
Let Kyle play.
Yeah, this game's fun because it's like there is no DM. really.
Right. It's all
It's true.
just
We all just
yeah,
kind of just
just get to do.
very collaborative.
It's
Do
fun
the
to do
things.
random one shots that we can all sort of be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's tough sometimes on our timeline when we have like 2 hours or so when you're like,
Yeah.
I feel like you have to develop a character and you're only just kind of hitting
Oh,
your
gosh,
stride
yeah,
by the
that's
time we're
hard,
done,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But this worked well
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it moves very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot happens in a short time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was very like collaborative too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's fun. Like we're very
Yeah.
much like building off of each other's ideas, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of like yes and, which is what
Oh,
you
I love
want.
that.
Like
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
yeah.
Flip side of that is I could see this being difficult if you just formed a group for the first time and you'd never played together.
And you didn't really
and
know
you
each other. Yeah.
Didn't really know
that's
each other.
that's very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you just.
But we like each other.
Yeah, we're
So we're good.
friends.
We friends.
yeah.
We've
I think
adventured across countless worlds together.
countless worlds.
Countless worlds.
Oh.
Aw.
In our own multiverse of friendship.
Aw.
There's a friendship.
Okay, I'm gonna go vomit.
Is that worse than the waifus, really?
Oh, that's where you decide to vomit? That's your line?
Not the guy dying during. Yeah, I want more people to get into this genre of games and make more of them because
Yeah.
I feel like, just world building games as an idea. It's like, oh, that's so cool.
That's super
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun.
What if we
Yeah.
made our own world building
I think we should make
Do
our
it.
own.
Crowdfund it.
I am actually very serious about this.
Yeah, I am
This is my
serious as
calling in
well.
life.
I am legit about this.
I'm legit.
Let's do it. Too legit to quit.
Would be.
Yeah.
That's a great adventure. The adventure to end all adventures.
That's what we can call it.
Yeah.
We'll call it Final Fantasy.
That's so great.
I
What a
for half the
name.
time.
It does.
What about First Fantasy?
First fantasy.
Ooh.
That's na- naming things is hard.
Naming things is very hard. It took us forever to come up with, or well, you came up with Roll for Relaxation, but it took a while for us to figure
What were
out
some of the
name.
other ideas? I can't
It was
remember.
ASMRPG to begin with.
That's right, but then we discovered that there was already
There was
an
already a
ASMR
group.
Yeah.
Are they still
Yeah.
around?
Who knows?
They better still be around.
Still the name.
I watch
steal
them
it
be
back,
like
you know?
actually really big right now. For all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they could be. I don't know. They had a couple of like, I think, voice actors involved, like VAs, of some
Oh.
kind.
Mm.
I could be
okay.
wrong.
Yeah, what are you guys
So
doing
crazy
watching
how-
this channel?
The ASMR
Don't leave.
like community has just.
They were.
There was a time where I felt like I kind of had a tabs on like most of what was going on, but these days I just have no idea.
I've heard that from other
artists
people
with
too.
millions of subscribers I've never heard of.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, all the time. I'll find
Yeah.
like a random ASMR artist who has like 2 million subscribers, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, our community
crazy.
that we are aware of is so small.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're a group of ASMR voice actors.
Yeah.
So I assume they're like the voice actor ASMR artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they don't show their
Yeah.
faces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And they also haven't posted anything since September of 2021.
Okay.
Perfect.
So.
Time to take
The
that
turtle
one back.
wins the race.
Yes, that's right.
But they
Tortoise is
have
there.
1,400 followers on Twitter. That's a lot. They must have been pretty big.
Cool. Yeah,
Good
I
for
think
them.
they were streaming on Twitch mostly. I could be wrong.
Oh, Twitch.
okay.
That's why I don't know.
I thought I saw that, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's been a long time since I looked.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
You don't say anything.
I don't know if I should say this.
Let's end stream. Okay, bye.
Give us the dirt after we turn off the cameras.
Spill the tea, babe.
So I like kind of, again, like we're like different communities, right? So I know of the voice actors community, but I don't know, I don't follow any of them, so I'm not in on their dramas. But I did hear a little bit about one, like a voice actor who was preying
Oh,
on others.
I think I remember seeing that like they disbanded ASMRPG because of that.
So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that
That's unfortunate.
this
Sad.
individual was a part of that group, and so their
Yeah.
last post, it seems, was them saying like, we didn't know about this, like we were disgusted.
Right.
You know,
Best
too
cause
bad.
of action
That
is
sucks.
just to, that's so
just, like,
sad.
saying stuff like we
Yeah.
sad for the victims and stuff. So.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry to
Right.
hear that.
That is really sad.
Sad. Yeah.
But that name, though, I guess then.
So the names up for grabs? No.
It's not been tainted
Poaching.
with sexual abuse.
Like, oh dear.
ASMRPG,
Roll for
but less
relaxation.
creepy.
Roll for relaxation is a great
There's-
name.
Roll for
Yeah.
relaxation is good.
It looks like there was actually a lot of members in that ASMRPG. It looked like there was like 8 members. So
Oh.
Oh, that's also very hard to keep track of at that point, as
Yeah.
Kyle was saying.
Especially like
as you add
schedule
more
wise.
players,
Golly.
It gets
Yeah.
exponentially harder, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, you get so much less
Scheduling.
playtime too.
Yeah.
Individually,
Yeah.
yeah. And like you say, schedules, like, we have hard enough time as it is with the 4 of us.
Although if you have 8 people, you could just like play with a person down.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You could just be like, oh, this
Yeah.
person isn't
Yeah,
there
it's a little
this
less
week.
critical to have everyone there.
That's true.
That's very good point. Very good point.
But it also makes it harder for like the story. Like you have to be like,
Mhm.
okay, what happened last time? When was my
Yeah.
character here last?
Yeah.
been
Right,
here for 3
right. And I
weeks.
feel like it would be so much less like actually getting to develop your characters and more just like you
Yeah.
have to kind of just focus on plot stuff,
Yeah, instead
which is
of-
okay, I guess. But
That's a really good point. I feel like instead of 3 main characters, you get 7 side characters.
Yeah, probably true.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never played with more than 5 people in a game. So.
Oh, hi, me.
You might... Oh, this? Well, I just, no one was here. I thought we could just, It's a perfectly
need
good
our
name.
maiden.
It's just sitting there. Yikes.
Okay.
Yikes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was awesome to play tonight. And thanks for everyone who made suggestions.
Yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with
Thanks,
our,
everyone.
our insane.
Come back next
Whatever.
week.
Yeah.
So next week we're gonna have to try and
See how
recap
we-
this. For
Oh
people
my
who didn't
God.
make it out.
Oh.
Well,
Oh
luckily
my
we have a visual guide.
Oh yeah, this
We
is gonna completely
do.
explain it. They'll look at this and they'll know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, totally. The square box head
Gotcha.
people and the
Got it.
holding
Got it,
chili
guys.
peppers people. Totally.
You just got
Totally.
like Super Saiyan hair on the top there. It's like a giant pineapple.
And nothing is phallic looking at all.
Nothing,
Nothing.
at all.
How dare you assume?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Well, bye, guys.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Ain't no love.